What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Scores! He did it again!
I just killed him. Before the game, I just killed John Madden because of a stink bomb.
Split special teamers, and now Brown is off to the races. Hurdles, kicks him in.
Giants are coming off a worse week than Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, that was the most exciting thing to happen tonight.
Game's over. Game is finally fucking be over.
Ed, you got to turn your mic on. I think. Got his hand on the button.
And now, our feature program.
Hey guys, how you doing tonight?
What is going on? What's up? What's happening? What's good? What's popping?
Hey, you're interrupting our fantasy talk here.
Yeah, we had to interrupt your fantasy talk.
Well, life is just a fantasy. I heard that one song.
Actually, I dropped Hines to pick up a defense.
Yeah, I had another guy playing.
And you wouldn't trade me anything today. It was kind of sad.
He went from like questionable to doubtful, so I went, okay, I'm throwing Hines in because that's my last active player this week that isn't on a bye or something. So I throw him in. He scored a 34-yard touchdown. So it's a good start.
Yeah. So, is everybody ready for to get going?
How was your guys' Halloween?
Not too bad.
It was pretty good, actually. Brody got a lot of candy. I got to almost be an inappropriate Santa. If I wasn't with loved ones, I would have been.
Kind of like from Bad Santa?
Yeah, I had an awesome pickup line that would have been excellent, but I love the people that I'm with, and it didn't work out.
Not even Amanda worked. That pickup line didn't even work on Amanda.
She wasn't a slutty cat. She was Mrs. Claus. So I wanted to say, and I made a lot of little kids happy with my Santa costume.
And you all should know very well that any line come from Nate will work on Amanda. Okay.
Oh, we know.
He
the problem is the lines don't work on Nate.
I really hope Nate's not upstairs watching this right now.
Oh, she is. She's probably one of the three people watching it.
And a Brody upstairs. So
I don't think they have it on the TV. Although we do, it says we had 2 viewers, but I think one of them's me. We got 3.
Watching now.
Well, that's all right.
We did pretty good. My kids got about 18 pounds worth of candy. I got about 6 or 8 beers, Jello shots, margarita.
It sounds like we need to go to your house to go trick or treating next year.
It sounds like the South Carolina is where it's at for trick or treat.
Well, it's the South.
Manhattan.
A Manhattan? Jeez.
Manhattan in South Carolina? What the fuck?
Yeah,
Were they transplants from New York?
I don't know, but
well, Nate, when we were getting there buying the stuff in Tennessee, that one lady was making Jello shots for other parents. So
yeah, so we had, and then there's another lady that had like cherries that were soaked in whiskey or rum and then covered in chocolate.
Wow.
Oh, it was trick or treating was a lot of fun. I like my neighborhood.
How hungover were you on Monday?
You made the right decision for yourself.
What's a hangover?
Now, did you choose this neighborhood because you looked at everyone and like, yeah, they're a bunch of drinkers, or did you just happen to get a good deal on a piece of land?
No, the wife found the house she really liked by this builder, and it was in the area. We wanted to be in with like one of the top schools in the area, so.
So you just lucked out to be in the neighborhood with a bunch of alcoholics.
They're not alcoholics.
They're drunks. They don't go to meetings.
No, they're social drinkers.
Kind of like your old neighbors.
Exactly. We were very social drinkers. We're not alcoholics. We don't go to meetings. We're not quitters.
If you all get together, would that mean that you're all drinkers or alcoholics because you're getting together to drink and talk about your problems?
That's an AA meeting.
That's no, but AA meetings you don't drink. Well, you're not supposed to at least.
AA involves the Lord.
No, a higher spiritual being ain't got me. But here's the thing. See, he's living in a neighborhood where he knows there's a good school, which means he knows there's a bunch of kids, which means he knows there's a bunch of parents that are doing a lot of drinking.
Yes. The funny part is his old neighborhood was a bunch of people that had kids that were like in college.
Yeah, all the kids were older in the old neighborhood.
And they would outdrink all the college kids.
Yeah, the college kids would come to the block party, and they would always fade before. They'd start after us and fade before us. They don't understand. It's not a sprint; it's a marathon. You're drinking all day.
Yeah.
Well, I was sprinting at my little Friday night thing, and I definitely did not make the finish line.
Oh, speaking of, how did your retirement go, Smitty?
The retirement ceremony went fine. I gave a speech. I wasn't really going to, but I did. I don't really remember what it was.
Evidence of it if you need it.
I believe it. Oh yeah, I mentioned one of the subjects I had years ago that was a dickhead. Or something like that.
You framed their clearing paperwork and you kept it on your desk.
And then we had a little get together on Friday, and the Espinal showed up, and of course Nate was there. My daughter, my son-in-law were there. I had a good time. I think everybody had a good time. And at some point in time, about 2, I guess, I threw my hat that I was wearing and said, "I'm going to bed."
Yep. And everybody else just kept drinking.
He goes, "Well, I'm drunk. I'm going to bed. Katie, you're in charge. You tell everybody to have fun. I'm just going to bed."
You left Nate in
I told everyone
charge.
to stay around, have fun. They got to leave. They all left.
Yeah, I told them to leave because I wanted to go to bed. I didn't want to be responsible for anybody anymore.
Nate doesn't like to be responsible when he's on vacation.
I don't like to be responsible when I'm not on vacation.
Yeah, I was gonna say Nate doesn't even like to be responsible when everyone's at his house. He just kind of goes, "Can you guys hear me now?"
Yeah. All right, turn down music, put the fire out, and I got Jeremy. Hey, I can't hear the music.
He's like, there is none.
Well, some of us don't stop drinking at like 11 p.m.
It was like midnight, 1 a.m.
Jeremy closes bars still.
Very well. I drank very well. We had a lot of shots going around that bar.
Yeah.
A lot of pumpkin spice, whatever jack-o'-lanterns, what you call them? Yeah, we had those. Fire and ices.
Pumpkin cream whiskey with Fireball.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
So good.
So yeah, I had a good old time. I think it was good. But yeah.
All right.
Played a lot of beer pong, and I crushed it with the bounce. I was bouncing them all over the place, and they were not happy.
Seasoned drinkers, we know how to bounce.
I've won a game on an opening bounce before.
Really?
Those are different rules.
Well, no. The issue was the person tried to swat, and they were just too low and cleared every cup down. You want to know how pissed them and their partner were at that moment? Because you're in full swing shot, and you can't stop.
I need to step away. I'll be back.
All right. Well, we're going to get going with college.
We'll do college. They don't care about college.
Yeah. All right, Smitty, you want to go with college or do you want to, Jeremy?
I'll do it. That's my job. Jeremy has the betting thing.
Yeah, because we're waiting for Chris to come back so that way he can do college.
Exactly. I left last week winners on here for a reason because of later on. The games that played last week were kind of big. Was Michigan versus Michigan State. Michigan State won that game. They were number 8 at the time. And Michigan, yeah, that's right. Auburn beat Mississippi. I said Auburn was going to beat Mississippi, and they did.
Yes, you did.
Good for them.
They're moving it up in the world. Not much news coming out of college football right now. I mean, besides, it's like close to the end of the season, but really nothing's going on. Big matchups. It's going to be Auburn, number 12 now, because they moved up 6 spots from beating Mississippi. And Texas A&M, number 13. That will be a good game, and I'm going to put my money on Texas A&M.
A&M's the only team that beat Alabama this year, right?
And that is why, yes. So the top 5 has changed a little bit. Georgia's number 1 still. Cincinnati's still number 2. Alabama's 3. Oklahoma's 4. And the switch is Michigan State. Michigan State leapfrogged over Ohio State to make number 5. So I guess my question to you all, Michigan State was 8. And they beat the 6th team to jump over to 5. Ohio State was 5, dropped down to 6, and they beat Penn State, who was number 20. Do you think Michigan State should have went from 8 to 5 and leapfrogging?
Well, how was the game between Ohio State and Penn State close?
I think it was 3 points.
Yeah, so
that's why.
Wait, no, wait. The 3-point game was that game. Was the Michigan State game. The other game was either 9 or 11 points.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, knowing that, I don't think Michigan State should have jumped all the way to 5.
And maybe 6, but I feel like the issue is when it's the 20 seed that isn't really that good.
Right.
The so-called 20 seed taking on the 5, that's 15 seats different.
That is true.
When you're the 6 taking on the 8, that's only 2 seats different. And if you upset the higher seed, is Michigan State still undefeated?
Michigan State is undefeated, and Ohio State is not.
Yeah, there you go. That's why.
Okay.
It came to that point that hey, this one's still undefeated. They've beat teams in the top, whatever. So.
Right. I had a friend of mine long years ago that said that that whatever rank they are, that's how much they should beat the other team by. So number 10 should beat number 15 by at least 5.
Yep.
That was his mindset about the thing. So if you're ranked number 1 and you're playing a non-ranked team, you should crush them.
Yeah, which is normally what Alabama does.
Right. So and I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I just wondered if you thought that. So
yeah, I agree with that. If you're the 5 playing the 20, you should beat them by 15.
Right. They beat them by like barely 10.
Exactly. So
that explains them dropping then.
Right.
It wasn't
yes,
as
it
dominating
does.
a victory as it should have been.
Right, but with and I'm still seeing Cincinnati at number 2. I forgot who they played. I think they played. They played Troy. They played Troy last week. I was sad because my daughter used to go to Troy before she moved out of that school to a different school in Pensacola. And Troy lost. And now they play Tulsa, I think, this Saturday. And they're still number 2. I mean, it's like.
Well, I wonder how bad Cincinnati crushed Troy.
Like hurt.
It wasn't bad, but it was bad enough. But I'm just saying, Michigan State jumped over, so I'm thinking Oklahoma or Alabama. I think Cincinnati's going to be jumping for the end of the season, no matter if they keep winning or not. I think it was Jeremy that said something about the SEC championship game. Whoever wins that game. Well, no, because it's going to be probably Georgia versus Alabama. So if Georgia loses, then yeah, Alabama's probably going to jump Cincinnati to number 1, but Cincinnati's going to stay still, and Georgia's going to drop like down to 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And if Alabama loses, then they're just going to drop out the top 4.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if the loser of the Bama Georgia game drops to 5, and they have 3 other teams in.
That would be excellent. I'm hoping Georgia wins it just because I don't want Alabama in the playoffs. But that is all I have for college. It was wait, one more thing. Coastal Carolina wins again. I think they beat I think it was the Mississippi River Delta Congress and College. I think that's what they played or something like that.
Maybe.
Okay.
You know, the tech school that has a barbershop in it.
The barbershop quartets.
Mm-hmm.
All
right. We should be going on to the think tank, but the think tank ain't here. Does he even have one?
It says check, but who knows?
That might be check with him. We could do Smitty's thingamajig again.
Okay, I have a different thingamajig today.
All right,
That's
sounds
fine. And then when Nate gets...
Oh, well, there's Nate right there. Let's ask him.
Hello, sir. Welcome
Hi.
back.
Hi.
Did you
have
think of
a
a
think tank?
Did I think of a title for the show?
No, think tank.
Oh, I did do a think tank.
Well,
We're already there?
Yeah.
We were just about to skip over it and go back to it when you got back, and then you walked across the screen.
Yeah, we just finished college up.
Yeah. Do you think Michigan State should leapfrog Ohio State and be number 5 after winning against Michigan?
Whatever you say.
Smitty gave a good reasoning behind it, so we understand now why they jumped him.
Yeah, I made it.
Yes.
I justified the jumping of it somehow.
You did. With the undefeated tip part was really what made sense.
I'm very proud of you, Jeremy, for making such a contribution to the show.
Well, he's working on his southern styles. They all do college, so.
if Chris was here, we'd still be talking about it, just so you know.
Yeah.
He'd have found stories about the college football, something that's not there.
Yeah, he knows a lot more about it than we do.
Chris, is Chris still alive? Have we actually heard from him?
Yeah, he said he
said
might be on site.
Yeah, he may get on later.
He's not getting on.
Mm-mm.
Be awesome if he does.
He said that about Monday's show too.
That's what I said. That's my girlfriend's all the time. I was like, she ain't gonna be getting on. She ain't gonna get on. She's gonna lay there.
I have a feeling we won't see Chris until he comes home.
Yes, until he's back in the States.
That's a reasonable expectation.
Well, that's
It's a
okay. We
reasonable
understand. As long as he
So-
keeps updating his fantasy team.
Yeah, well, I had to remind him. Right?
Well, that's what you gotta do with your retirement.
Oh, so you're officially retired?
Well, no, I don't finish until the 28th of February, but I basically done. And people keep at work like, why do you keep coming in?
You're like, I've been doing it for 80 years. I don't know the difference anymore.
I get bored at the house.
Because they keep paying him if he keeps showing up. He's like, what's his name from Office Space?
I need the
Red Stapler.
I need the stapler.
Yes.
Oh God, I hope they give me one for my retirement lunch. I would love to have one.
All right, you guys ready to think?
Yep.
I am.
All right, so I pulled a list of the teams that have won the most games in their franchise history.
Percentages or
Number. So they let's say the Boston Yankees won 900 games and they lost 7. They would have the most wins in their entire franchise history.
Are we talking just football?
Just NFL.
Okay.
Because I was thinking about college basketball. I was like, well.
Yeah. Hell, even NBA basketball.
Look, we're a football show, so all think tanks are going to be about football.
All right, so I am going to. Are we going to do the top 15 again?
I have all 32, but yes, I'm only looking for the top 15. You'll get credit for.
All right. I am.
Number 1, you will get 2 points.
I am going to go with the Green Bay Packers.
The Green Bay Packers are number 2.
I am going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Pittsburgh Steelers. The Green Bay Packers have 770 career wins.
Wow.
Or franchise wins. The Pittsburgh Steelers have 644, and they are number 4. Smitty.
Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys are number 12 with 527 franchise wins.
Trying to think of all of the old teams that have been decent throughout the years. I am gonna go with the New England Patriots.
The New England Patriots are number 13 with 520.
I'll stop laughing at you. I'm sorry.
And most of those are probably within the last 20 years.
Yeah, I figured at least 12 wins for 20 years.
I'm going to go with the San Francisco 49ers.
The San Francisco 49ers are number 7 with 591.
I am going to go with the number 1 team.
I hope you do.
And I as soon as I said what I said last time, I forgot. Fuck. Like the oldest team in football, which is actually Arizona. But I'm going with the Bears.
They came into the league in the same year, 1920. The Chicago Bears are number 1 with 778 total franchise wins.
I was gonna guess them, but I'm like, I don't think they were that good for like 2 decades.
Yeah, but they've been around 100 years.
Yeah. I am going to.
Now, Smitty, you are on top because you got that extra point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I am gonna go with the Indianapolis Colts.
Who are playing tonight.
Yeah.
The Indianapolis Colts are at number 11 with 534 franchise wins.
I'm going to go with the formerly known as Redskins.
Ooh.
The Washington football team is number 5 with 611 franchise wins.
They've been around forever too, so.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go with the other team I mentioned that started in 1920. That was the Cardinals.
The Arizona Cardinals are number 9 with 568 franchise wins.
Wow, we got them all so far, and that's like 3 rounds. That's like 9.
Yeah.
There's 9 of them. How come it gets harder?
Mm-hmm.
Because I got to remember which ones we haven't guessed already. It used to be good though.
The 49ers are on that list. That gets me. They are on that list, and they're relatively new.
No, they're pretty old.
1960s.
Yeah.
Well, they're all 1960s except for like Tampa Bay.
I am going to
Jacksonville.
Go with the Titans, who used to be the Houston Oilers, who were then the Tennessee Oilers for a little while, and then became the Titans.
I'm going to guess they're not in top 15.
Well, Travis, I appreciate your history lesson on the lineage of the Tennessee Titans, but
I am out of the top 15.
they have 452 wins, which puts them at 21.
Wow.
I am going to go with the New York Football Giants.
That man's going with old teams. What he's doing, he's like
the New York Football Giants are significantly better than the former Houston Oilers. They're 3 with 702 wins.
Wow.
What number?
3.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 already, right?
Correct. You're missing 6. Hang on. 6, 8, 10, 14, and 15. Smitty, that's you.
I know. I'm trying to think of this. I don't want to say that one team because I don't think they have that many wins.
His head hurts.
He's Googling your list over here.
Yeah. Since he's not there to be able to cheat with you the other day.
Well, if he misses this one, then Jeremy, you have a chance to tie it up.
Mm-hmm.
No, then I am tied at that point in time.
Yep.
I'm going to go with a very old. We did those two. Let's go with Detroit.
Detroit,
No.
the Rock City, the Lions, Ford Field. Matthew Stafford played for the Detroit Lions. So did Calvin Johnson.
They did.
So did the best running back in NFL history.
Yep.
Yes.
Maurice Jones-Drew. He did not.
He played for the Jaguars.
But if I was to make this list and pull this list, the Detroit Lions would be number 10 with 567 franchise wins.
Now,
Wow.
That's just length of.
Yeah.
Because they've been around for 100 years. Yeah. I was going to say Philadelphia. I was like, no, let me go a different old team. I thought about wait. Oh, I shut up. I did shut up. Because we're going around another round, or was that it?
Well, it's down to you and Jared. No, you win. You're ahead, right?
Yeah, he's ahead.
By one.
Yeah, I'm ahead by 1.
Want to do one more?
Sure.
Sure, why not?
The Denver Broncos.
Denver Broncos. Oh, I'm sorry, Travis. The Denver Broncos are number 16.
Oh.
490 wins.
I was hoping at least you'd be number 15.
I'm going to go with the Purple People Eater, the Minnesota Vikings.
Well done. The Minnesota Vikings are number
Love you too, Smitty.
15 with 495 wins.
That was my next pick because that was the NFC North.
I think all of the NFC North teams are in the top 15.
Yeah, because it's the oldest. I've been around 100 years.
All right, Smitty, you have to get this one. 6, 8, and 14 are open.
Okay. I'm gonna go with. Oh God.
Oh God is not a football team.
Never heard of them.
Because they've not been great now, but they were pretty good back then. They've been around forever. I'm going with the Browns.
The Browns.
I think you just knocked yourself out of top place for a tie.
The Cleveland Browns, 487 wins, are number 17.
Oh. So now Jeremy and Smitty are tied. So
they are tied. So
we have 3 still left.
Nope. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you guys the chance to come up with the team with the most ties in franchise history.
The most ties in franchise history? Mm-hmm. So you got to find the most average team out there that...
Yep.
They're not good. They're not great. They're not bad.
But they just keep out of losing.
They just... Oh, that's a hard one.
That's a very hard one.
And I'll give you guys the top 10. You need to get within the top 10.
Who goes first?
Jeremy.
Okay.
At this point, I don't think it matters who goes first.
Yeah.
I think if you have a name, just say it.
Okay, I'm just going to go because the older the team, the more chance they have to tie. So I'm going with the Bears.
The Bears are number 1 with 42 career franchise ties.
Okay. Arizona's number 2.
Are you going to let Jeremy?
No, is that right? He already won. It doesn't matter.
Arizona is number 2 with 41. You want to take a stab at 3?
I'll let you do that, Jeremy.
No. I want to see how far you can
go.
Because I'm adding points here.
I'm thinking it's going to be another team.
It would be another team.
Let's go with the North again. Pick it. One of the North teams. So I'm gonna go with Nate's team, Packers.
They are number 3 with 38.
Do we have a number 4?
Number 4.
Detroit.
Detroit is number 5.
You missed it. Who is number 4?
Actually,
they're tied for 4.
4 and 5 is a tie with 33 ties.
Can you get the other 4 team?
Can you get the other team?
I gotta be. Wait, no. Yeah, I'm going Minnesota. Minnesota or the Giants.
New York Giants.
Wait, is Minnesota 6?
No. Minnesota is actually 11, 12. They have 11 ties in franchise history.
So, Smitty, after getting all those, that now gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points tonight.
I gotta see if you can get the next one too.
What's number 6?
Well, if you just said that about them, so I'm gonna go back to the NFC, and I had the Giants, so we got the Redskins.
Washington football team is number 6. 28 career ties. Number 7.
Eagles.
27.
Smitty, how far can you go? Keep going.
Number 8.
Cowboys ain't as old as them. You said older teams. Okay, let's go with the teams in the Cleveland. I like Cleveland. I like Pittsburgh. Cleveland.
Pittsburgh.
You missed it.
There is a tie though.
Oh, was it Cleveland?
Well, it is not Cleveland.
Oh.
All right.
You gotta get. You done with this game?
I didn't get it right.
I think he's good.
Yeah.
So what were the 2 teams that we missed, Nate?
No, we missed 3 out of the top 15.
Oh, all right. So what are the 3 that we missed?
Oh, hang on.
Read them out.
So the last 2 tie teams is Los Angeles had 21 and San Francisco had 16. So you guys missed.
Well, just read the top 20 to us.
The top 15.
Okay. I'll do top 20. The Chargers had 460. The Miami Dolphins 468.
I was gonna say them, but
the Vegas Raiders 483. The Cleveland Browns 487. Denver Broncos 490. Minnesota Vikings is number 15 with 495. The Kansas City Chiefs had 496 career franchise wins.
I forgot about
Led
them.
the Patriots with 520. Cowboys 527. Colts 34. Lions 567. That's number 10. Cardinals 568. The Los Angeles Rams were number 8.
Oh my God, I forgot.
I was going them next. If we went around another time, the Rams were my pick.
They had 589 franchise wins. The 49ers 591. Numbers tied is the Philadelphia Eagles with 591. The Washington Football 611, Steelers 644, Giants 702, Green Bay Packers 770, and the Chicago Bears 778.
Do you still have the tie thing up? Any teams not ever have a tie?
Yes. The Jacksonville Jaguars have never tied.
Well, then, yeah.
And the Houston Texans have never tied.
Really?
They just lose.
Seahawks.
No, hold on. The Texans do have a tie. They tied this past weekend.
No, it didn't end in a tie.
Yeah, it did, because that's how we didn't lose our bet.
No, the
covered
points.
The spread.
The spread. They didn't tie. They got their asses kicked.
Covered the spread.
Yeah.
The Houston Texans lost by 16, which was the spread this week.
Yeah, well, it was the spread when I bet.
Yes.
Now, the Buccaneers, Ravens, and Panthers have only tied once.
All right.
Oh, this sucks.
Newer teams, yeah.
Well, no, the Jets' backup rookie quarterback guy is hurt. So now some other guy's in.
Oh, I'm really glad I didn't start him.
Yeah, you are.
And the running back just fumbled the ball.
Yep. And the Colts have it.
Chargers got it?
Chargers got it. All right,
Damn.
Smitty, you said you have a different thingamajig for tonight.
Oh, yes. Okay. I'm just wondering. Okay. Now,
He straight up punched him.
Each one of you are the coach or the owner of a football team. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, each one of your players in each position on offense and defense are the very worst player of that position of all time. That would start at least one game, okay? That's how bad your team is. You can pick
What? Hang on. I don't understand what you just said.
your players, all the players on both sides of your team. You got the worst team in the NFL ever. So
we have the Detroit White Lions
whoever
again.
the worst right guard was in NFL history, he's on your team.
Okay.
Okay. Whoever was the worst starting running back, quarterback, whatever. Who is the one player in the history you can replace one of your players with any player you want to help you win a football game? Who's that one player?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
Now, I have.
It's all your team sucks, so you ain't got great running backs and receivers or blockers or anything. So, who is it you're picking?
I got mine. If you guys want me to go first.
All right, Nate, you go.
Reggie White. He's a strong defensive end. He's going to put pressure on the quarterback. The quarterback is off his feet. He might throw inherent passes, which makes even my weak-ass secondary have a chance to get an interception.
So you put a defensive end in. That's your king position.
That's my
most
cornerstone.
important.
Reggie White.
That's your cornerstone. Yes. Okay.
Defense wins championships.
I'm torn. You're not looking to win championships if you're the worst team in the league. You're looking to win a game.
Hey,
it's the worst players.
If you win a game, that's a championship to some people.
It is for Miami. If they're playing New England.
Jeremy, you got one? Because I got two I'm trying to decide between.
I'm torn between two. I'm going to a completely different spot than Nate.
Right, because like I said, at least all your players on your team are professional. They're good enough to play professional.
Right.
Just the really bad ones.
I
thought that this is a more interesting question. Like, okay,
this is, but it's harder to answer. It is much harder to answer because I have a running back and I have a linebacker who I would probably pick.
I'm thinking I'd go with Walter Payton.
That's a good choice.
He touches the ball, he scores. Is that the idea?
Exactly.
I mean, you could go with Bo Jackson and Tecmo Bowl.
That was Bo Jackson.
He said Bo Jackson.
No,
I say Bo.
I thought you said
Barry Sanders would be a good pick too.
Well, that's what I was
torn between.
So I'm torn between Barry Sanders and Teddy Bruschi. Those are my two guys that I.
Bruschi's not that kind of player though. Bruschi was a good player. He was never that.
But he was a defensive back that could was like an on-field coach kind of guy. So he could,
no offense to Bruschi, but there are literally 50 defensive players.
If you're gonna take a defensive player besides Reggie White, I would take Lawrence Taylor.
I was thinking Lawrence Taylor.
Someone who completely changed how the game is played.
And broke legs in the process.
Yes.
See, I like having the ability to have an on-field coach. I guess that's
good.
So that's why I kind of went with
React.
Yeah, he's good at react, good at telling guys what the hell to do. That's why I went with Brewski, because he can coach from on the field and be like, "Hey, go do this." Even if you're bad, but if you're told what to do, you can be better.
I do find it interesting that none of us picked a quarterback.
Or wide receiver. I was going to say that. No one picked a quarterback or wide receiver.
Well,
so
if I have a good quarterback but shitty quarterback that can't throw the ball, there's no reason to have a good receiver. If I have a good quarterback with shitty receivers, we saw what happened in New England, or what's happening in New England.
Issue. That was my issue. I was like, I go with a quarterback, go with like an all-time great, but then the drops are going to kill you. Go with an all-time great receiver. Is the quarterback going to be able to get to the ball? Guess what the worst quarterback in the league can always do? Hand the ball to the running back.
Yep.
Or
that's why you want Barry Sanders, because he ain't got an offensive line to run behind, so he can.
Yeah, he never did.
That's why I was torn. Like his whole career, that was what he did. So I was torn between Barry Sanders and Walter Payton. I mean, two very different runners, but two runners that made an impact on the game.
Yep.
You could also go with Michael Vick if you have to take a quarterback,
because he can run.
Yes,
he can run.
Well, then you have the choice of going with Lamar Jackson now, because he's just a glorified running back.
But when Michael Vick played, when his lineman wasn't good, he destroyed his ankle and he was trash.
Yes.
So now you picked Peyton, Brewski, and Reggie White. Now, if you pick those three players and they're on one team, no matter how the rest of the players on that team were, do you feel you'd have a good chance of winning that game?
No.
That one game?
And that one game. You're just playing an average team. You're playing Tennessee, the Texans. You're playing the Texans, or the Dolphins, or Jacksonville.
Those teams aren't average this year. Those are the crap teams.
I think.
And now that Tennessee lost their back, yeah.
One.
Yeah. So you still don't think you do well against another football team right now?
With three good players? No.
I mean,
well, if you put it this way, the worst team in the league right now is Detroit.
Detroit, yes.
They're defeated. I think with Reggie White on the Lions, they have a very exceptional chance to win games.
Oh yeah, you put Reggie White or Walter Payton or Barry Sanders style running back. I don't know. I don't think Barry would ever go back to there. And a linebacker, they probably could win a few of the games they've lost.
Well, didn't Barry Sanders retire a Lion?
Yes, because they did not want to trade him or let him go, and he refused to play for them anymore.
Well,
kind of like Megatron.
Too. Yep. Look at him go. Is that Hines?
No, that's Taylor.
Oh.
That's my boy Taylor.
All right. So that was a different kind of.
I just
that was interesting. That made my head hurt.
Yeah, Smitty, who would you pick?
Oh, I don't want to play.
Yeah, I want to know who you would pick, Smitty.
I didn't even think about it. I'm definitely going defense though. I do like Lambert. I think he played the Rams.
Refrigerator.
I might go Reggie White too, but a defensive player maybe.
Well, who was the one that played with Reggie White on for the Eagles that died young in a car accident?
Oh.
Those two were inseparable, and those two were they were a complete dominating force.
Yeah.
Oh, I might pick the murderer from Baltimore that got away with it.
Ray Lewis?
Yeah. All of you said Ray Lewis at one time.
I didn't even have a chance to before they did.
I had Nate by fault.
You heard murderer, and I was expecting well, that's a tight end, and he played in New England. He was from Miami originally.
I almost expected somebody to go. Actually, I expected Travis to go a lot more recent with murder and whatnot, which I know is a news story.
Yeah, no, that's too soon. That's
way too soon. But
yeah, I know, guys, let's just sweep that under the rug, okay? So,
yeah.
All right. Ready to get to the NFL, guys?
Just like that woman and her dog.
I'm still pissed at the dog. Come on, really?
I have about this, but anyway.
All right, so Miami decided not to trade with the Texans for Watson before the Tuesday deadline. Between his ongoing court cases in the league,
Wait a minute, what about his think tank? Oh, he gave it to us.
Yeah, he already did. Where were you?
You already won it. What do you want?
Between his ongoing court cases and the league's non-informative decision on him, do you guys think this is what is the best for them to do?
I think they should make him play, and if he refuses, then you say, all right, we'll fine you until you play.
Yeah, I think if I was Houston, I would say, hey, listen, you're our starter this week.
Yep.
And when he says, no, I'm not going to play, you say, okay, if you're not going to play, you're suspended for contract detrimental to the team, and now you're suspended without pay and for 2 games. When you come back, you're our starter again. And if he still comes back and says no, he's suspended for the rest of the season without pay. And then he's still under contract with you for the next season.
Yep. And with his little no trade clause.
Yes.
Which even though the trade deadline's over with, but still, he's the one who put himself in this position. He should be playing.
Yeah.
Well,
he's a crybaby.
So rumor is that the only reason he is still eligible to play is because the team itself has put him basically on a no-play list.
Yeah.
Well,
That's the only reason he's not on the commissioner's exempt list.
Yeah, the team needs to put him.
Y'all see 67 on the Jets? That dude looked like straight out of the freaking 70s. I'm sorry to cut into that conversation, but
I think you're behind me.
That'd be Travis with a mullet. If he shaved his beard, had a mustache and a mullet, that's you, buddy. The face is very similar.
Taylor already got 75 yards rushing. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
But not a touchdown.
All right, so you guys just say put him as active. Tell him he's gonna play, and
tell him he's the starter,
and force the league to do something about it.
Yes, you don't know, because the fact is, you tell him he's the starter. He's gonna say no, I'm not gonna play. You go, okay, we're gonna suspend you for conduct detrimental to the team for 2 games without pay.
They're paying this man all this money to just sit around and.
They're paying him $10 million this year because they're betting on the fact that all this stuff clears up, and they're going to be able to trade him for multiple first-round draft picks and second-round draft picks because he is a franchise quarterback, and a franchise quarterback at that age usually doesn't move teams.
Yeah, no. Well,
it's very rare.
Well, speaking of QBs for the Texans, Tyrod Taylor will start Sunday against the Dolphins. So would you still tell Watson that he's got to play this weekend?
Yep.
Actually, I like that Mills kid. I would keep playing him. See what you got. And you already know what Tyrod Taylor is.
Well, you guys, Tyrod Taylor went out the second week of the season against the Browns when
he was the quarterback in Buffalo. He played in some California team.
Buffalo. Well, no, he never played in California. For the Chargers.
Right.
He was the starter till the doctor went, oh, sorry, I went a little too deep.
And then we got Herbert in, and we found out that somebody was right.
he was the starter in the Cleveland till he got hurt, and they went to Baker.
Right. See, he has a history of being hurt by football players, by doctors, by whatever. But
he has horrible luck. But the thing is, when he plays, he's usually pretty good.
He's damn good.
Yep.
He's always been a mobile quarterback, pretty accurate. He's a good quarterback. He just can't stay healthy.
Well, David Curley said in an interview this morning, actually, Taylor has not played since the second quarter of Week 2 against the Browns, and he was injured when he injured. Curley said that there hasn't been any setbacks with Taylor's hamstring injury, and the quarterback is finally healthy enough to play. So if he stays healthy for the rest of the season, how big of an impact will this make for the Texans' outlook on the rest of the season?
Very low.
You don't think they'll actually make?
I think they're out of the playoff run.
Oh yeah.
And I think the only thing it's going to do right now is hurt their draft pick. Because Mills isn't winning games for them.
Yeah, but all these players, and that's what we talk about, like sucking for a good draft pick. But the players on the football teams are playing the best they can. because they want to play next year. They are doing their best to win.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. Now, the owners may say, screw it, but the players are trying to win these games.
Yep.
So, yeah, they're not going to get the playoffs, but they're just not a well-coached team. So I don't think how well they would do much with him. I mean, they might actually be competitive in a couple games here, probably win one more game that I expect them to win. But yeah, I don't think
I think with Taylor in there, they're going to win more games than they will with Mills.
Yeah, I think so.
Taylor gives them more of a. I mean, think about it. They were beating the Browns week 2 by 14 points when Taylor got hurt.
Yes.
And then Mills came in and they couldn't do anything.
Yeah, because that's all on the quarterback and not the defense.
All right. So Odell Beckham Jr. was excused from practice for a second consecutive day today, according to a source, as the wide receivers representation and the Browns continue to work on a resolution for his future. Beckham was told not to attend Wednesday's practice one day after his father posted a video on Instagram highlighting times when the QB Baker Mayfield either didn't throw the ball to Beckham or missed him when he was open. Do you see him playing out the rest of the season with the Browns?
No. They're going to leave him hoping someone picks him up so that you don't have to pay the contract. They tried to trade him.
Yeah.
No one's going to trade for him with that contract. That's the issue. They overpaid for him when because they trade for him from the Giants.
Yep.
And after they trade for him, they redid his contract. They're paying him like $10 million a year or something like that. He doesn't produce at that level.
Nope. I have an honest question here. Can he be pushed over to the practice squad?
Yes.
Well, he can be signed to the practice squad and then change to active, but he cannot be downgraded to the practice squad. So if he's cut and then moved to a different team, they can put him on the practice squad and then to the active.
Him to the practice squad and bring a practice squad guy over.
No.
Why not?
He cannot. Because the only reason the practice squad rules don't allow for it. The restrictions.
Not this year.
They never have.
Last year you could move them up and down.
No, that's not. That's only with some players. It's younger players.
Is it someone that starts on the practice squad could be upgraded then downgraded, or?
Yes, it's someone that starts on the practice squad could be upgraded and downgraded, as long as they haven't been in the league for so many years. But unless they because the practice squad was based around they didn't want these teams taking these older veterans and just storing them on the practice squad. So now they kind of give a little more flexibility with that because the COVID stuff and whatnot. But there's still restrictions. If you are a starter for multiple weeks on a team, you're not eligible to be a practice squad player. If you were,
that makes sense. So
if you were pretty much started from the beginning.
But I don't see him playing for the Browns anymore. And what his dad did, that's just very childish and petty as hell.
Well, I mean it's the same thing he did in New York, though. He shot his way out of New York because he wasn't putting up stats anymore. Now he's shooting his way out of Cleveland because he's not putting up stats. Cleveland tried to trade him. Everyone knew it, but Cleveland wanted too much for what his contract was.
Odell Beckham Sr. needs to shut the fuck up and let his son be a man.
Oh, they don't do that.
It's kind of like the Lawrence Ball situation of basketball.
Yep.
Yeah. You let your son be a man. You keep doing this kind of stuff for him, he's never going to grow up. With all the money in the world.
The more these backup Jets quarterbacks play, I think the Jets took the wrong quarterback with the second overall pick.
I wish Flacco was ready to play.
Well, they don't need Flacco. They got this Johnson kid.
Well, I heard that Jets in Miami are going to do a 1-for-1 Tua for Wilson trade. So who knows?
All right. So if the Browns do put him on the waiver wire, what team do you think is most likely to pick him up?
I don't think anyone picks him up.
I don't think any team out there has this cap space. I mean, some are, but
I think any team would take him. It'd probably be Vegas.
Vegas doesn't have the cap space for him.
No,
they haven't.
That's the issue with claiming off the waivers is you're responsible for the rest of his salary for the season.
They would have to trade out one of their higher paid players
But you can't trade. Trade deadline's
over. Trade's over. So they'd have to hope somebody would be willing to claim them off the waiver wire to free up the money for them.
Yeah, and at that point he's done. He's gonna make it through waivers, and he's going to be. Actually, I'm not sure if they cut him. I think they hold on to him and try to trade him at the end of the season.
Oh, I would hold on to him.
I think they're pretty much gonna because they're talking. The agent and whatnot are talking. I can guarantee Cleveland saying, "Hey, listen, we're not just gonna cut you. You hit the waiver wire and go play wherever. And we're still paying you. We're paying you. We'd rather see you sit on our bench and do nothing the rest of the year, and then we'll trade you in the offseason because you're still under contract."
So right now, the Raiders have a cap space of $3,420,455.
Who has the most cap space?
I'm gonna say Texas.
Yeah, the Texans probably do.
Most cap space is the Jaguars. They have $28,021,857.
So you can go to the Jags. What's his name needs a receiver.
The Eagles are next, then the Broncos, Seahawks, Panthers, Washington.
Wow. Oh, that's right, because we forgot, Jeremy, that Texas did their contract. What's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I think they should do is this. When you have disgruntled employees like this, and they're not playing, you don't let them play. You put them all on one team. You make sure you fill that whole team, offensive, defensive players that don't want to play for the teams. They play every Sunday against all the best players of the team that's on a bye. And you just do it for fun.
They can be the Indiana Eyes.
Yeah, or they can play each other, actually. The defensive players and offensive players, every Sunday they play each other. And they got to be okay to do that, but they don't get paid. They get paid half their salary.
Yeah.
They get to play, they get to show off their skill, they get to keep playing and, honing it, and other teams get to watch them, and maybe they get picked up.
I mean, the only team in that list I think may be interested in picking up would possibly be the Eagles.
Eagles, Philadelphia, yeah.
That was what teams have over, say, $6 million cap space?
Texans, Browns, Bengals, Chargers, Steelers, Washington, Carolina, Seattle, Denver, Philly, and Jacksonville.
Wow.
Browns, baby. Maybe he'll go to the Browns.
The Browns.
Actually, you want to? The Bengals interest me.
The Bengals only have about 300,000 more than the Browns.
Yes, but the Bengals have Chase, and they need someone else on the other side.
Yeah.
You think they think they claim off of wires and say, "Hey, we're gonna claim off wires, but we're gonna readjust your contract so we can actually fit for the next couple of years on this?" Because this would be a one and done deal if they did that.
Oh, yeah. The Steelers are used to having selfish players, so he'd fit in right there.
How many years is left on Beckham's contract?
Who?
OBJ's contract.
This year, next year, isn't it? Is it this year, next year? Yeah, last year.
I think it's 2 years.
It's a 3-year contract, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think he's got 2 years left on this contract.
So this current season and one more, or this current season and 2 more?
Yeah, this current season and one more.
Yeah, so, I mean, I could see maybe the Bengals take... I mean, the Bengals are used to the prima donna.
Right now, his salary... Oh, hang on. I gotta close an ad so I can actually see it. God damn it. Fucking... cap hit for him is $15,750,000 for this season.
Yep.
What's left on it?
He's good till 2023, and then he'll be
so 2 more seasons left on his contract.
Well, the end of this season is going to be 22. Yeah, next year is 22. Then 23rd season is the year after. So yeah, 2 more years. This year, next year. But he's at $15 million a year, and he's already played 7 games.
Half the season, so.
Right, so $7 million.
Yeah, so it'd be $7 million.
Yeah,
so
6.5, 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be tight. That's why they had to restructure his contract because nobody can pay him $15 million a year.
He hasn't had a signing bonus since 2018 when he signed with the Giants.
Yep.
He don't need a freaking one. He's getting his money plus a signing bonus. Are you kidding?
Yeah. His signing bonus is part of his contract.
Because he does a one-handed catch. Oh my God! So what?
Yeah, the amount of money he made off that one catch.
Yeah, next season he's only making 15 mil. There's no dead cap space for the next 2 seasons, so he could be released and traded next season.
I think that's their plan. They're gonna find a trade partner and not have to eat so much of the salary. Because the fact is, what's left that's guaranteed for him? Like how much of his contract?
Well, if he's got a
No, stop. How much of his contract is guaranteed that's left? What was his guaranteed contract from? What's the guarantee from the Browns?
I don't know.
Was it front loaded or?
$40.95 million guaranteed at signing.
Over how many years?
He signed 5-year contract.
that was a lot of guarantee money.
Remaining, he has $11.25 million of a 2020 salary fully guaranteed as of March 20th of 2020. $12.791 million of 2021 salary full and guarantees on the third league day, 3/19.
So he has 3 years left at Cleveland.
Yeah, so he is this current season and 2 more seasons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I was off by one. Oh my God.
So that's a decent pickup,
Now,
but it's just a lot of money.
If he gets 96 receptions, he gets a $500,000 bonus.
He's not getting that.
1,374 yards, he gets another $500,000 bonus. 12 touchdowns, he gets a $500,000 bonus, and a $1 million bonus for the playoffs.
Well, I think him and Rodgers both go to Denver next year.
Well, thank you, Smitty, for that nice little segue.
So, wait, before we get to that segue, so I think it all depends.
Did you
how
use
much
that
is
segue to get to this segue?
Exactly. So it all depends what is left that's guaranteed. Because the fact is, if they were to waive him and no one picks him up, they're on the line for whatever is guaranteed left in his contract. So whatever this year's salary, which is fully guaranteed because he was on the opening day roster, and whatever else is left in his
guaranteed money, yeah. So with him like you're going to do with what's his name, with Watson. Say you're going to play next week. Nope. Okay, we're going to find you. Yeah.
Well, no, he's showing up ready to play, so that's the thing. He wants to play.
He wants to play because he wants all that bonus money. Because he's leaving on the table approximately I think if I do the math right, $3 million.
Well, the playoffs are out of question, I think now. So, but yeah, with the rest of the other 5
they're still in the hunt.
Yeah,
they're still in the hunt for the playoffs. There's that 7th seed is.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Tennessee. Texas. Yeah. I was thinking. Yeah, Cleveland's good. Yeah, they can make the playoffs. So. Okay.
Oh yeah. All right. So we'll use Smitty's old segue. This week, an apparently unvaccinated Aaron Rodgers tested positive for the C, and will miss this weekend's game against the Chiefs. In previous interviews, Rodgers had used the term immunized. Which led people to believe that he had received a vaccine prior to the start of the regular season. Rodgers had not been publicly observed to be following any of the previous obvious protocols for unvaccinated NFL players, as agreed upon this summer by the NFL and the NFL player PA. The NFL is currently reviewing the situation with the Packers per a leaked statement on Wednesday afternoon. Do you think he was trying to skirt the rules that the NFL put out for this year, or were you just sick and tired of the crap like the rest of us?
Oh, I think both. I think he's a selfish player, and he don't care. So he makes millions of dollars. So fuck the world. I do what I want, and that's what he did. And he got caught, and he don't care. And I don't blame him. God bless him.
I don't think he's the only player in the league that is on this path. I think he just happens to be the misfortunate one to catch COVID.
That got caught.
The issue was he caught COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And once you catch COVID, well, now they're specifying, because it depending if you're vaccinated or unvaccinated, depends how quick you can come back to getting testing and whatnot.
But the question is, how do they know he wasn't vaccinated? That's not legal for them to know that.
Well, no, but in order for him to come back, if he wants to opt for the earlier comeback, he has to show his
back. Yeah, he has to show his vaccination.
Actually, I think everyone in the NFL has to
Yeah, they had to show their vax cards.
Yeah, part of the COVID agreement was you had to either have your vax card and the team has to have a copy of it, or they have to know that you're unvaccinated, because depending what you are, you have different restrictions.
Right. But this is my question now. Oh, go ahead, and
I think it's more on the team than it is on Rodgers.
Well, here's the thing. He obviously never got vaccinated. He was taking alternate ways and stuff in order to handle this.
He got like an antibody booster from his.
And that's great.
doctor.
But that means somebody faked a vaccine card.
No,
Or
he doesn't-
the team.
he doesn't
So
have a
every
vaccine.
team,
Well,
every
so
team is
there's-
responsible for maintaining their own players' COVID protocols. It's not a
Yes.
league thing; it's a team thing. So
Yes.
ultimately, it boils down onto the Packers
For not.
either
Yes.
disclosing something to the league or deciding, well, it's Aaron Rodgers and we want to keep him happy, so we're just going to go ahead and just let it be. And then,
Well, there is rumors that about half the league has forged vaccine cards.
I mean,
If
I would
not more.
Wouldn't surprise me.
No,
They're not that
surprising.
hard from the looks of them.
Check John Gruden's emails. It might be in that.
Maybe. Oh no, there was no other information in those emails. 70,000 emails. It's almost like the Hillary emails.
Yeah, they just magically disappeared all of a sudden. All right, so with Rodgers out and Love in, do we think the mediocre Chiefs have a chance to win this weekend now?
But they're favored by 6.5 now.
Nate?
yes.
Do you think your lovely little Green Bay
He already answered that.
Packers...
He said yes.
Is that your
Why
answer?
don't you just wait until we make our picks, and then you'll know whether or not I think they're going to win.
That's true. He's not me.
All right, Smitty. Well, you were talking up before I was trying to make Nate give me an answer first.
Oh, I didn't know what to say because I've never really watched Love play except for college.
No, he played a
well,
bunch
he's
of games
only-
last year because he got hurt.
No, Love was not the backup last year.
Oh, who was?
Barely started last year.
Love started or he played a few preseason games this year and then got hurt.
Ah.
Or played in one preseason game this year and got hurt. He has very little actual game pro time.
Oh, and
Well-
probably one of the best quarterbacks in Jacksonville history is coming back to Green Bay, and that is Mr. Blake Bortles.
Yes. Blake Bortles has a better winning record in the postseason since 2017 than Aaron Rodgers does.
Blake Bortles was already a Packer for a season.
Yes, he was.
So with the Chiefs being the Chiefs, I think it's going to come down to because Rodgers not playing and Love's playing. This Chiefs defense, can they do anything about that? Because Chiefs defense is crap.
I think you're on the right track with defense, but I think you're talking about the wrong defense.
Yes.
I think you're talking about Bay's defense being able to keep the Packers offense on the field and
That's
allow
what
the
I'm saying.
Packers to get points,
no.
not
Well, yeah, I mean, no, I think anybody could. It seems like people are handling Chiefs offense pretty well.
Yes,
It's the other way around.
the blueprint's been set forth, and you saw that even the Giants pulled it off last week. The
Mhm.
blueprint's there. Everyone knows how to defend them to make them, because they're a big play offense. They want the big play. They want the quick score. When you force them to dink and dunk it, Mahomes can't do that.
Mahomes has a very Brett Favre mentality where you're going to hit the home run first play of the game and then maybe do some short stuff in between, but is always looking for that home run ball, that touchdown right away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed that they've had a few injuries on the speed players that aren't there to help him out anymore. So if you don't have that speed, those players to play for him, he's just a little bit better than average quarterback, I think. I've been saying that since he started. But anyways,
He still has his top two weapons, his receiver and his tight end. They're still there.
Yeah.
They played every week.
but for some, but he still needs a third person out because they take them out, and then you have no one else to throw it to. Yes, I think the Chiefs could beat the Packers. To answer your question,
I think it's going to be a pretty close game.
All right. Let's move on to the sadder news, the bad and sad news. So, former Las Vegas Raider wide receiver Henry Ruggs III was driving 156 miles an hour with a blood alcohol content twice Nevada's legal limit. Over twice. I got the couple of things I read said twice.
Because it was just over. It was like 0.16 something.
Oh, geez.
I'm pretty sure it's twice the legal limit in any state. But okay.
Massachusetts is 0.05.
I don't know, but this is a great freaking ad for Corvette.
Yeah, he was driving a Corvette.
You can drive 156, can maintain control of your vehicle while drunk
on a 30-mile-an-hour road. So
residential neighborhood.
Yeah, residential neighborhood. It was at 4:00 in the morning. He slammed into the rear of another vehicle that ended up catching on fire and killing a 23-year-old woman, according to the prosecutor. Ruggs, 22, remained seated in a wheelchair with a foam brace on his neck and jail guards at his elbows during the initial court appearance Wednesday on a pending felony charge for driving under the influence of alcohol, resulting in the death and reckless driving. Justice of the Peace Joe M. Bonaventure said he was troubled by his initial review of the case against Ruggs, adding that in 16 years on the bench, he had never heard of a crash involving a vehicle traveling so fast. He rejected the prosecutor Eric Berman's request to set Ruggs' bail at $1 million, and instead set the amount at $150,000 with strict conditions to include home confinement, electronic monitoring, no alcohol, no driving, and the surrender of Ruggs' passport. He posted a bail and is out of jail currently. I didn't want to put a question that because it's not good news. You never want to see this.
News.
It's sad news because somebody died.
It's sad news on multiple levels. Someone's died. Someone's family member is now gone forever. Someone lost their career and is possibly going to jail for 2 till whoever knows how many years. Well, that was before the loaded gun was found inside said Corvette.
Well, he does have that gun. It wasn't the thing, but it's because he is licensed to carry in Nevada. It can't be held against him.
Yes, it can, because when you're drinking, you're not allowed to have a weapon on you.
Nope.
Or with you.
Yep.
But the question
alcohol changes all that. That's
ultimately
the rules on how that changed.
If the firearm is within hand's reach, though, if it was in the back of the car, if it was in the glove,
it doesn't matter if it's inside the vehicle. It's considered.
By the end of the crash, it was the reach of anyone like 20 feet away.
Yeah.
It's the thing is if it's inside the vehicle you're in, it's considered within reach.
I think the only place that could be the trunk. There's a trunk would be the only safe place for it to be at that point.
But I think if you're drunk, I think it eliminates that as being a safe place. You can't have it with you pretty much if you're going.
Either way, this man's career is over. And you know what?
You want to know the other thing that sucks? A dog lost his life.
Yeah. Well, you know what? When I saw the news article, I looked at the comments right over on NBC or wherever it was, and some freaking guy. I mean, he's like, "What else can go wrong with my fantasy league?" That was his only response.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, and I make jokes and stuff, and I probably said that I didn't make it first. But the point is, seriously, on a serious note, that was just hard. That was like an hour after the incident. I mean,
yeah, that's not okay. You need. I understand making a joke about things, but you need to pick and choose your moments. You don't do it right after, especially not on some national story.
Right.
National. You say it to your friends afterwards, after the
like
fact.
this, because no one listens to this. When we become famous and Travis decides to become a congressman or whatever, they get to pull us up and like, were you friends with Nate and Jason? And you are brothers with that Jeremy guy, right? I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, he's adopted. I don't know what you're talking about.
We have a video show that was edited.
You kidding me? If I ever ran for Congress, all this stuff is getting deleted.
It's never deleted. It's on the internet.
No, nobody watches us to save our content.
And the other thing is his girlfriend is in critical condition. Ruggs' girlfriend, who was in the passenger seat, in critical condition with life-threatening injuries, and she has a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So not only is it going to destroy the family of the person in the other vehicle, it's also could possibly destroy the family of his girlfriend.
Yeah, it's destroying so many people. The thing is,
it's horrible all the way around.
It is, but Nate made a good point, and it's not trying to be. It's not a bad commercial for Corvette because he crashed at 156 miles an hour and he lived. That's a pretty safe vehicle. But the other car caught fire.
Yeah,
caught fire. So did she die from impact or did she burn to death?
See, and that was a question that I was having too.
I could not find an answer for
how
that.
did she not get out of the vehicle? Because if Ruggs and the girlfriend survived and they rear-ended.
Yes, but at 156 miles an hour, that Corvette would end up in the trunk, through the trunk.
But she was probably crushed.
Corvettes aren't made.
Yes,
out of
but you have a
steel
big monster engine and you're on a steel. You're still on a steel frame.
You have a steel frame and that engine that doesn't move. That engine is built to stay exactly where it is, even.
Well, you saw the photographs of it. You saw that.
I have not.
Oh, that band was all smushed up in there. So I don't know if she got out.
I think whatever vehicle she was driving, the rear crumple just went and kept going.
Yeah, because none of those vehicles are designed to be crashed into at 150-something miles an hour.
Well,
they're designed to make impact at 70 to 90 miles an hour.
When I looked at the scene, it looked like whoever, because I didn't know who drove what at first. It looked like the vet was the one the person died in. The vet looked like the person died. The car did not look like the person that died in that. But I just don't know. But that's a freaking.
So it could have been the issue where when the hit happened, she got knocked out and the car caught fire and she died due to that. I don't think you'll ever actually know exactly.
Well, the whole car didn't catch fire. I mean, just the back end of it because you could see the front end wasn't on fire. But you could tell it was
smoke inhalation and whatnot.
Yeah, smoke.
I don't know how anybody in that Corvette survived. I'm looking at the picture now.
Yeah, the person in the Corvette should be dead.
Because he was drunk as could be. That's why his girlfriend has life-threatening injuries because she wasn't as drunk.
That's true. That's how drunk drivers survive.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly how they drive.
They go limp.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Did you actually see the picture of the car on fire?
No, I didn't.
Share the link.
Yeah.
Yes, put the link in the thing.
Yeah, the New York Post has it. Hang on. I'll send it to our chat in the thing here.
Oh, I was telling you to put it on the thing, but you're not logged into the thing.
I love the way you said the thing and the thing and the thing.
On YouTube?
No. Well, yeah.
No, on the Google Doc.
Why don't you put it in the YouTube and that way everybody, if they want to watch it, they'll see it.
I am not logged into the Google Doc, but that's I put it in the chat for our Skype, and it's on the.
Who took that picture? Yeah, she died in the fire. She didn't die before that.
Oh my, yeah. Wow.
James Reams has no clue what we're talking about. Apparently, the Henry Ruggs car crashed the former Las Vegas Raiders receiver.
Yes.
Is that him sitting down? Because.
Yeah,
yes.
His girlfriend.
Yeah. Apparently, there was video of him crying at the scene.
If you click on the link, it's the actual video.
And yeah, I couldn't tell it was on fire from the first picture. So yeah, that whole thing. Because later on, they have a picture with the fire being out, and that's what I saw the first time. But it was from a distance. It did not look like the whole thing caught fire, but it definitely did.
Yeah.
And that's what I saw. So it looked to me like whoever was in that car could have survived because it wasn't that badly banged up from the back end. But it looked like whoever was driving the Corvette is the one who died because that thing was crushed.
I almost wonder if the Corvette went under and hit the tank.
And then it had to have. It just spun out.
Well, the Corvette, they're angled down a little bit, so yeah, it would make sense. All right. You guys ready to move on
I don't
from...
want to watch that anymore.
Yeah, this is absolutely horrific. And
it is.
All right, Nate.
Way to bring in some downer news there, Travis.
Yeah, well...
Asshole.
Way to be a dick.
I'm sorry, but it was news, and that I wanted to talk about it because I knew it would...
You've talked about Philip Rivers potentially coming back to play for the New Orleans Saints.
I would love to see Miami Dolphins play for the New Orleans Saints.
All right, you ready to get on to our bets and see how we did for this past week?
No,
yes.
I'm still angry.
All right, so before that, the Thick and Thin Sports Desk does not support or advocate anyone to actually place monetary bets on anything we talk about on this show. This is only for entertainment purposes, and we are not professionals, as you all can see. We never bet never bet
voice
money
changed.
you cannot
There's
afford to
nothing wrong
lose.
with the cast. The voice is really weird.
If you or anyone you know thinks they may have or has a gambling problem, the national hotline is 1-800-522-4700, and that it's 100% confidential and is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, please go to www.ncpgambling.com. All right, Jeremy.
Oh, and by the way, if you happen,
I was gonna say you could tell who writes stuff on this by the way it comes off, because I totally rewrote that entire Rogers thing here. It was pretty horrific.
but I'm just telling people who's listening about the gambling. If you happen to dial 47,000, it would still go through. Okay. In case anybody didn't know, you dial the number you want, you add a 0 to the end, it still will go through.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
I found that out on accident like a few times being drunk.
Those 1-900 numbers.
He's like 1-9,000.
More like Papa John's. Papa John's is only good when you're drunk. All right, Jeremy, go ahead and talk about the Bills.
All right, so last week I happened to throw 5 bets out there.
Yes, you did.
I threw 2 underdogs, 2 and 3 favorites. The first one I had the Rams. I think originally the line was like -14.5 when we talked about it.
Yes, it was.
It moved up to -16 by the time the bet was placed.
Yep.
Unfortunately, because I'm no longer in a place I can make these bets, by the time Travis made it up to New Hampshire, the line had moved to 16.
Yeah.
And the Texans happened to come back and get that 16-point difference.
And that's why it's tough to have the big spread, because teams have to win by so much, they just kind of play a little bit off.
After you're up by so much, they kind of play that prevent, not care defense.
Yep.
And some of them are hard to. It's very risky taking the big spreads. I mean, they're very hard to hit on. I mean, anything over 10,
I like the big spread.
Well, speaking over 10, Jeremy, the Bengals. What happened there?
I'm just saying, I've made a living and made a legend of myself.
Okay. So next, I picked the Bengals -10.5 over the Jets.
Yeah,
none
well,
of
Jets
us thought the rookie backup quarterback for the Jets was going to go off for 400-something yards.
It was crazy.
And the worst part, the Bengals were winning by like 14, 15 points with like 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It wasn't even like they were losing the whole game. They were
Bengals
winning.
defense collapsed a little bit there. Didn't Mo or somebody pick the Jets for that week? But anyways, last week. Someone picked the Jets last week.
I don't think anyone did last week.
Somebody did.
Oh.
Someone did.
I guess we'll get to it when we get to it.
Soon.
Yeah.
Okay, so unfortunately, the Jets beat the Bengals, which that would have been a hell of a bet to choose the money line on that one.
Nope, nobody picked the Jets this past week.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was
Jeremy's right again.
Okay, so my underdog, the Titans over the Colts on the money line. They had to take it to overtime, but the Titans won, and unfortunately, they lost Derrick Henry in the process.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
My next was the Bucs -4.5 over the Saints, which apparently the regular season Saints is one of Brady's few kryptonites when it comes to consistent losing. There's 3 or 4 of them. They're very far and few between, but when it hits, it's just he cannot beat the Saints in the regular season. Apparently,
He did have tough time with Miami one game a year too.
Yep.
That was it.
It was the Miami games in Miami. Those were the
Miami
problem.
Miami.
late season in Miami, but half the time he only played like a quarter.
Why you want to lie like that? It's not true.
All right, Jeremy, what was the last one?
And then the last one, I picked the Cowboys over the Vikings money line. The Vikings were actually favored due to the fact Dak wasn't going to play.
I did not know that when we had this conversation last
The
Thursday.
funny part is the backup there.
I didn't either. And then all of a sudden I heard it on Friday, and I'm like, oh, crap, I don't want that bet. And I said, hey, listen, don't make that bet. I don't think it's going to happen. And then Travis spaced on it, made the bet, and I'm like,
love you,
should have
Travis.
bet the Cowboys.
And then I'm
goes,
like, hey, Nate,
I forgot about that.
I gave Nate all of my login information so that way he could go cancel it. he never made it up to cancel it. And by the time I realized it, it was now 7:45. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna make it up there, so whatever. Just let it ride.
It sounds like a lot of passing the buck.
The funny part is because we let it ride, we won.
Yes, we let it ride and we won. So it's not a bad thing, but
no, it's a good thing.
If anything, we should have canceled the Bucks bet.
Should have canceled the Bengals bet.
Yeah, that one too.
Okay, so this week I'm back down to 3 bets. I got Baltimore coming off the bye week, -6 over the Vikings. $100 will pay out $186.95. I got the Bengals -2.5 over the dysfunctional Browns. $100 will get you $190. And I got the Texans money line over Miami.
Ooh.
$100 pays out $290.
That sounds good.
That's disrespectful as hell.
But with Jerry, why are you moving that one back? I like to have them all even.
I don't know who moved them.
I did. I had them all even.
I had them even originally.
I really like all those bets. I do believe that Baltimore will cover that. I believe that Bengals will cover that. And I believe that Texas will beat Miami.
Yep. And especially since Tyrod Taylor's back.
That's my thought. So earlier you go up and make that bet. The money as the spread drops, the money line payoff's going to drop as well.
Yeah. So you're saying I should drive up there tonight?
Yep. Go now.
Okay.
Now, bye, Travis.
Maybe by the time I get back, we can make our picks.
Exactly.
So I'm looking at this, and it's got Green Bay +7.5. Oh my God, where'd it go? And so that's saying that Green Bay is going to lose by 7.5 points. Is that?
Yes.
Yes.
That is correct. If the spread says plus, that means that's what they're. If you make the bet for them plus the points, you can, as long as they lose, if they win or lose by less than that much, you still win.
Yeah. You explain that so terribly to somebody that doesn't understand.
So basically, if it's 21-24.
Nope, that's not going to work either.
No, if the Green Bay is losing 21-24,
he just needed a
but they
yes or
still,
no, guys.
you would still win with the points.
Nate, here it is. If it says plus, they're favored to lose. If it says minus, they're favored to win.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then you get to add those points to your score.
So
you can't ask Nate to add.
You gotta think the opposite. Plus is bad, negative is good.
Right. So they're saying like a touchdown and a field goal is going to be the difference in that game.
They're going to say more than a touchdown. I'm going to say less than.
Yeah,
more than a touchdown.
Touchdown and two extra points.
Well, the point
2-point
is,
conversion.
they don't worry about those. They just have to be 7. It's a 7.5, which means there's no way of having 7.5. You can have 8, we can have 7. They're saying it's going to be at least a touchdown between the two.
Right.
Anything above that doesn't matter.
And the over/under is 48.
That means between the two teams,
they're
going to score 48 points.
48 points,
and you can go under that or over that.
No, what's the other one? +250 and -320.
That's the money line.
Yeah, that's the money line. That's the one where we got to bet the Texans over the Miami.
That's just a straight bet.
Yeah, it's just straight up that Texans are going to beat Miami.
So the plus and minus, that gives you it against the spread. That's your spread. That's betting against the spread. The second one is the over/under. That gives you your over/under bet. And the third one is the money line. Who's winning the game?
Yeah.
If you're betting on the favorite on the money line, it's a smaller payout, but you're more likely to hit it because there's no point spread you have to worry about. You just have to worry about them winning.
Okay, I'm starting to think.
I think I officially understand what you all talk about now.
Okay,
are you logged into my account?
I think we talk about betting enough that we need to rotate another YouTube show starring Jeremy about sports betting that lasts for about half an hour. And take it out of this one. Just say it.
Well, no.
I like to create and stretch out because I have nothing to do for the rest of my life. So I.
All right.
That's how he's walked himself into this show. So he goes from Monday, starts coming back down, hits it on Thursday to go back up.
Yeah.
Come back down on Monday to go back up. He's got his little spike.
Yeah, I just need something like on a Saturday or a Tuesday.
We like Smitty on here. You need more people than just 2 or 3 people on a sports talk show.
Yeah. All right, so Jeremy or Smitty, because Nate doesn't have it open. Oh, Nate does have it open.
You have it
Nate,
open now.
do we want to do the power rankings for Week 9? They have been updated.
I saw that. I went to go update them, and you had already did it.
Yes, I did everything this day.
Right,
I was very happy with myself.
I'm gonna go drink some alcohol out.
All right.
All right. Way to be a champion. All right. The Texans are at 32 again. The Detroit Lions. This is weird to me that an O and whatever team isn't last.
Especially after last week, what Detroit did.
Oh, I know, but I went to NFL.com to get these rankings, so.
Oh, we believe you.
I believe it. A lot of people still believe that Detroit they're capable of winning. They just don't.
Yes.
Well, last week it seemed like they just gave up on life.
Yeah, they were done.
But yeah, Detroit is at 31. They were at 30. The Jaguars at 30, used to be at 28. Your Miami Dolphins, the people's Miami Dolphins, the LP's Miami Dolphins are still 29, which is about the same age of which you like your women, isn't it?
That's a little old, but yeah. My daughter tells me they have to be at least that age for me to date them.
It's true.
You tell her as long as they're can't be my great granddaughter, they're fine.
No, my daughter said I can't date anyone younger than her. She's 26.
She's 27.
So 27. Wait.
27. She's 27.
Smitty's like, she just turned 18. She's fine.
I don't know how I know the age of your oldest daughter, but I do.
Anyhow, so the Washington football team, Nate.
I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by Smitty. Anyway, Washington is at 28. They were at 27. The New York Jets, for whom are playing this evening, and they are down by 18 points, they are 27. They were at 31. The Philadelphia Eagles are still at 26. The New York Football Giants are at 25. They were at 24. Chicago Bears, they are 24. They were at 23. Denver Broncos are 23. Atlanta Falcons, 22. They were 20. The Carolina Panthers, 21, was 25. The Indianapolis Colts, who are also playing tonight, who are ahead by 18 points, they were 16. Now they are 20. The Minnesota Vikings are 19. They were 15. The Seattle Seahawks are 18. They were 22. San Francisco 49ers are 17. They used to be 19. The Cleveland Browns are 16, and they used to be 13. The used to be good New England Patriots, 4-4, are 15. They used to be 18.
The funny part is, so since Brady left, this is the first time the New England Patriots have been in the top 15.
Good story. Okay.
I figured Nate would be happy about that.
They used to be Steel Curtain. They are 14, and they were 17. The mediocrity that is the Kansas City Chiefs are 13, used to be 14. The Los Angeles Chargers, they took a major step backwards.
Nate, I bet you're happy you didn't no one took you up on that Steelers bet.
Probably.
You said they wouldn't win 4 games this year. You were betting a tattoo for it.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, this was early this might have been after.
I think this was a Chris. This was a Chris bet.
Oh,
no,
maybe.
This was a Nate bet. Nate was trying to.
Yeah, Nate was trying to get Chris to do it with him.
But he was trying to get anyone to do it.
Get anybody to do a tattoo bet with me. They have to be really drunk.
Smitty. Anyhow.
The Los Angeles Chargers dropped back 3 positions from 9 to 12, while the Cincinnati Bengals also took a pretty decent step back with 4 backwards, 11 from 7 to 11. Vegas Raiders
more after losing to the Jets.
Yeah.
Vegas Raiders were 11. They are 10. The Titans are 9. They used to be 10. The Saints are 8. The Ravens are 7. The Rams are 6. The Buccaneers are 5. Oh, that almost flowed. The Bills are 4. The Cardinals are 3. The Cowboys are 2. And the Packers are 1.
Yep.
My daughter is 26. She was born in 1995. Her birthday is September 29th.
So she's already had her birthday.
She just turned 26.
Oh.
Jesus, you had me worried. Oh my God, is she really 27? Wait a minute, I'm like 95. My son's born 97. My daughter was born 2000. My little son was born 2003.
How many kids do you have?
Mine are mine. The ones I claim?
Yeah. The ones you put in your taxes.
None. I haven't got a tax return for my kids since I've had them.
The ones that are his, he has 4, but he claims 5.
Ah.
Yes.
All right.
So time for the Week 8 recap.
Yeah, the Week 8 recap for our fantasy league. So, the number 1 injured reserve lost to the number 8 Implications, 185-88 to 158-16.
When your starting running back gets you like 10 points because he plays like 3 plays, kind of hurts your chances at winning.
So that means she just has another player on injured reserve, doesn't she?
She does. I think eventually she's gonna have to start dropping players just to field an active roster.
Yep.
I told her I'd take
the most though is if she keeps winning with inactive people.
Yeah, that would be. That'd be a kick in the nuts for anyone who plays her.
The number 2.
She has 3 people inactive in their active roster. Fuck, she still beat me.
Number 2, the Muppets beat Smitty Top Nate Bottom, 182-72 to 182-25.
I thought you switched the name to Smitty Bottom Nate Top.
This wasn't updated.
It was. I looked at it.
Because I won this past week.
No.
Yes, I did.
I'm pretty sure he did. Uh-oh.
Did I flip the scores?
You might have.
Week 8.
It was a very close game.
Oh,
I don't think
they updated it.
Did you lose?
He did. He lost 182-72 to 182-25.
Because I had shown as winning.
You did like by 2 or 3 points. They must have switched a stat.
Lost by 0.5 points.
It must have been a switch stat.
3.
What updated?
I don't know. You'd have to go back and look.
I bet it was a carry by one of your players, and they considered it wasn't a carry, so you lost that 1 point.
Or something. Lost half a point.
No, he lost like a whole point. He lost like 3 points.
I won by 2 points originally.
Yeah.
He lost like 3 points.
Well, that is what the score ended up being. The number 3.
That's bullshit.
Conspiracy.
Because I was so stoked. I'm like, wait, I assumed I was gonna get killed because she had Mahomes left, and I'm like, or Mahomes and a kicker. I'm like, I'm winning by 40 points. I'm gonna get destroyed. And somehow between the both of them, they didn't get 40 points.
Either that, or they forgot. They something didn't. They didn't add something properly for Mahomes, and they added it after the fact.
It's probably what it was.
No, because Mahomes is always like 27, 28 points. Maybe the kicker got more points.
Maybe, I don't know. So
because I know I checked Tuesday morning. Went, I won. No way.
Yeah.
Well,
I remember that too.
So number 3, Ladies and Edelmans lost to number 5, Jameis Winston. Your time. So how bad were you in the doghouse? Because you beat her by 195.36 to 149.17.
I was all projected to lose.
Yes, you were.
You beat her like you do on a Friday.
So the number 4
in a good way, guys. In a good way. He's not abusive.
No, she only does the thing. He only does the thing she likes.
How do you find changes in scores?
I don't know.
Number
4, the Dolphins.
I think Nate messed with it.
I sure did not.
He hasn't. I would get an email about that one.
He would.
Number 4, the Dolphins beat the number 10, Lieutenant Dan's Magic Legs, 157.79 to 145.82. And
that's the only time the Dolphins would really beat at somebody is if they're in last place.
And the number 7, the Thick, beat the number 9 Purple Cobras, 211.71 to 155.67.
How did you get so many points, Steve?
Me? It ended up being my running back, a couple of running backs, and I think... Oh, I had it. Let me see. Allen only went for 54. Tyreek Hill went for 28. Darrell Williams, the backup running back for Kansas City, went for 20 points. Chris Goodwin went for 31 points. Amari Cooper went for 27. That's how I ended up with all those points. That was the only reason, because I was looking at him like, I'm going to lose. There is no way I'm going to beat this guy. What the hell's going on? Beat this guy. What the hell's going on?
Very proud of you.
Yeah. So this week, number 1, Injured Reserve at 6-2 faces the number 3 Dolphins at 5-3.
That will be the game of the week.
Let's hope so. The number 2, the Muppets, at 6-2 to take on number 7, The Thick, at 4-4. Number 4, Ladies and Elements.
So, I think if you lose, you have to propose.
No. I saw how many times you've been divorced. You really think that's a good idea for me?
So I'm half tempted to put a like a pillow and a ring and a note on Jasmine and send it into the bedroom and just say, "Will you marry me?" So that way, just get it done over with, and then you're fucked.
You've been divorced twice. So you really think you're the best person giving me advice?
You're absolutely right. You should not take advice from Nate. He's divorced twice, but. Travis, you definitely should get married.
And how many times have you been divorced, Smitty? 3? And Jeremy's muted, so it's perfect.
I'm always on the lookout for the next Mrs. Smith.
Jeremy, you are muted.
So that was perfect.
Don't do it. It's a trap.
This is the you can tell he's only been married once.
Well, look, you got 1, 2, 3. That means you're good.
I'm good at being 0 then.
Or you could be 4.
No. That sounds expensive. So the number 4, Ladies and Elements at 5-3 takes on the number 10, Lieutenant Dan's Magic Legs at 1-7. He is vying for that last place balls.
Yeah,
he wants them this year.
Are you able to get that to Purple Cobra if she wins?
I think Chris wants to rename the trophy to the Smitty.
The Smitty? Why? Because they hang so low?
The Smitty sack, and then die cast it and actually make that as the.
I would actually be honored and almost willing to do that because like the Lombardi trophy is named after Lombardi. I mean, but that means the belt would have to be named after Nate.
No. He's talking about the balls.
I know. I'd be named one. He'd be named the other.
But we need a 5-gallon bucket to hold them because they're so big and these hang so low.
I'm going to cast them. I will.
So the number 5.
Send them to Nate so Nate can get him, put it attached to the trophy.
We definitely have to get it bronzed though.
Number 5.
Nate, you got to get it like the actual Sacco or the Ruxin version of the trophy was, where it's actually the hanging like. Sack.
Not the joke statue.
Yeah,
if I actually do that, I would actually make it out of gold and spend that kind of money on them, so it has the weight.
Make it so the internal balls go ting 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 ting.
It'd be lead with gold covering, so it isn't gold, so it's not that expensive.
It'd be painted gold.
All right, so the number 5, Jameis Winston, your time at 5-3 takes on the number 6, Smitty Top, Nate Bob at 4-4. The number 8, The Implication at 3-5, taking the number 9, Purple Cobras at 1-7.
Okay, let me say I got 2 things to say here. 1, I need to beat injured reserves.
Yep.
The Thick need to beat the Muppets.
Yep.
Okay. Lady Edelman, they can lose when they can lose.
Yeah, let's have them lose the Lieutenant Dan Magic Legs.
Now here's the thing: 5 and 6 is going to be a good game, and I don't know who I want to win that, but I think I'm wanting Jeremy that there, so they're both 5 and 4. So we have this really big kind of conglomerate of one game between 6 teams.
Yes.
Well, so the thing was, as of Monday or Tuesday morning when I woke up and saw it, I was 5 and 3, and the Muppets was 5 and 3.
Yeah.
And that's why I was saying I want certain people to win, so everyone's like 5 and 3.
That's why she was complaining about her quarterback issues because she lost because Mahomes didn't put up points. But apparently they changed something.
Something changed, but I saw you winning. I was watching that. And the second thing I want to say, and this has nothing to do with football. Anybody watch the movie Beetlejuice?
Yes.
Yes.
Juice?
Yes.
Beetlejuice.
Okay.
Where is he?
Why is it his name is Beetlejuice with Betelguiese, whatever it is? It sounds Beetlejuice, but the name of the movie is spelled Beetlejuice, like the beetle and the juice to drink. Why did they name it?
I never noticed that. I think I'll have to go back and watch it again.
Well, I watched it like this weekend. So you know his name's Beetlejuice, but it's like German and it's spelled Betel. And then like Guesie. It's pronounced Beetlejuice.
I'll have to go watch it.
But the name of the movie is Beetlejuice.
So I have an observation. How is it that both Watsons are 4 and 4?
Hey, I was 5-3. I don't know.
And how our girlfriends or wives are in first and second place.
Hey, my wife is killing everyone this year.
She was still one last year too.
With the most people on injury reserve currently.
Yeah.
She killed everybody last year, and she still didn't get a belt.
Nope.
Yeah, so it's all about getting the playoffs.
Look, it doesn't matter until you make the playoffs, and that's when this whole thing matters.
That's when things go downhill.
So remember
unless you're 9-10.
So remember we were talking in the last year. We're like, oh, we're gonna pick a keeper player and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, the player, my number one pick last year, hasn't played it down this year, and just came out. He's not playing. He's done for the year.
Oh, is it?
So Michael Thomas, being on my fantasy league last year, he played all of like 3 games in total in 2 seasons now.
Yeah, but see the thing about Mrs. Injured Reserve, her biggest injury reserve was this last weekend.
Yeah.
So
yes,
it's gonna be tough to see her continue her winning ways. I mean, she'll beat me, but when she plays the Muppets and Ladies and Gentlemen, I think it's gonna be different.
I don't know. I do and I don't want to see you win, LP. The fact that you'd be right there at 6-3 on the top is nice, but I need to crack top 3.
Well, if I beat her, I'd be number 1 because I'd have more points than her because I think I'm like 5 points behind her right now. You'd be tied, I'd have more points. Unless I beat her by only 1.
Oh, here's hoping.
Yeah.
This is a good weekend.
Anyways.
All right. Everybody get ready to get to picks?
Why does someone listed on our IR show that he's projected to score points this week?
It's a conspiracy.
So literally, it says IR, and he's projected to score 13.3 points.
See, Jeremy, now you know how the rest of these non-Patriot fans feel whenever Tom Brady scores a touchdown when he shouldn't have. I was cheated. No, it's fair. No, I was cheated.
Hey, James Reams, thanks for listening. What
That's
did
Jimmy.
you not know?
That was a while ago.
Oh, that was a while. That was when we were talking about the Henry Ruggs thing.
Yes.
That's what I said. Thanks for.
That's my brother-in-law. That's Jesse's brother. Jimmy. That's Jimmy.
Gotcha. I'm
Because
tracking
he was
now.
here and then he left.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
caught him up with the info apparently.
All right, so let's get to the games. Mo came in first place this week with 11 wins. We had a 3-way tie at 8 and 2 at 7, and Gail had only picked last Thursday night because she realized Sunday at 2:30 that she hadn't picked any games, and she's like, well, here's my game for next Thursday.
I'm very disappointed that I got less than 9.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
All right, so the Green Bay Packers went to Arizona and beat them 24-21. The Carolina Panthers went to
Whoa, hang on, timeout. Only 2 people picked the Packers to win that game.
Yes. Gail and you, Nate. That's it.
And what did I say on the show? If anybody has a chance to beat the undefeated team, it would be the Packers.
Yes.
Yeah, I blame.
And
I blame
it's
Murray
all
for
that.
throwing to AJ Green.
And the only reason they beat them,
through his route.
and they paid for it in COVID now this week. Because they beat them, they're now going to lose 2 weeks in a row.
You don't know that.
So the Carolina Panthers went to the Atlanta Falcons and beat them 19-13. The Tennessee Titans went to the Indianapolis Colts and beat them 34-31 in overtime. The Miami Dolphins went to Buffalo, lost 26-11. The Cincinnati Bengals went to the New York Jets, and the Jets actually showed up to play. 34-31, the Jets win the game. The Pittsburgh Steelers went to Cleveland and beat them 15-10.
Probably the worst game to ever watch.
It kind of looks like it was.
It was. I had it on for a little bit, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm done. Walked outside.
The Philadelphia Eagles went up to the Detroit Lions and beat them 44-6. The Los Angeles Rams went down to Houston and beat them 38-22. The San Francisco 49ers went over to Chicago, beat them 33-22. New England Patriots traveled all the way to the Los Angeles Chargers. They ended up beating them 27-24 in a surprise upset.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I the only 2 people that picked it were the girls.
Yep, were Amanda and Mo.
And that's because they pick with their heart more than their.
Brody picked Amanda's picks, and I have Amanda's picks.
Yeah.
So
So you're saying Brody picked with his heart for his love?
No.
No, he doesn't like the Patriots.
Brody picked the Chargers, and Amanda vetoed that pick. And picked
so it was Amanda that.
Yep.
Amanda's love for the Patriots.
That's the only pick that she made of that week.
The Jacksonville Jaguars went over to Seattle and lost 34-7. Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveled to New Orleans, and they ended up losing 36-27.
It was 31-7. Seattle. You said 34.
Oh, I thought I said 31. Sorry.
No, you looked at the 4 from the Chargers and you brought it down to the 3rd.
The Washington football team went to Denver and lost 17-10. The Dallas Cowboys upset the Minnesota Vikings 20-16. And the New York Giants went to Kansas City and lost 20-17 in a much closer game.
They almost had it.
Oh, they did. It was. I was looking at it, I'm like, this is not right.
Which, Nate, because of this, it almost makes me want to pick the Packers with the spread.
Well, what we're saying that we're like, I mean, Giants should not be even in the contest with the Kansas City Chiefs, but they are, which tells me, and the Giants aren't that, but didn't get any better from week to week. It's Kansas City who is getting poor.
The Chiefs are a run-of-the-mill, middle-of-the-pack team this season.
Yep.
Because everybody's seen them the last couple of years, and now they know how to defend against them.
Yep.
That they do.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
The blueprint's been drawn, and everyone's following it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. Let's get
Nate, I don't think you were here for that part earlier.
No.
Probably not.
Let's get to this week.
Oh, well done.
Nate, November 7th, 2021, at 1 o'clock, the Las Vegas Raiders go to the New York Giants. Who are you going to go with?
I'm taking the Giants.
Taking the Giants.
Yeah, there's too much going on with Vegas. I don't think they're going to be able to really be in the game that week. Oh, they're not in order. God damn it.
I'm going to go Raiders on that one.
Nate, I'm having the same issue with most picks.
Yeah, I'm going to have to rewrite these out.
All right, Jeremy. What are you going to go with?
With the Raiders, because even the Raiders not in it, it's going to be better than the Giants. The Giants, the only reason they were in that game against Kansas City is because Kansas City's a mediocre at best team now that everyone knows how to play them.
Isn't Saquon back?
No, he may not be. He was back. He was going to be back to practice, but they've had a huge COVID issue, but it's not a COVID issue where they had I think they had 20 positives, so they got retested. And I think only 2 have come back as positives. So they had a lot of false positives. So they've been out of the facility all week so far. It's been a fiasco, apparently.
Interesting. Smitty. Raiders are going to the Giants.
Oh, sorry, Smitty. I gave you all the extra information you need.
No, they got to go all the way to the Giants. And Ruggs just did what Ruggs did. I'm going the Raiders, though. I think they're too talented.
All right. Smitty's going with Raiders. Nate, where did Amanda go with?
Brody went with the Raiders.
Brody went with the Raiders. Jerry, who did Mo go with?
She went with the Raiders. I think we need to add a tab for Brody for him to make his own picks, so Amanda has to make her picks.
I actually asked if I can just have Amanda switch with Brody, and she's like, "No, I just want to keep my name on it for this season." I was like, "All right, well, whatever."
So if Brody's going to be there full time, you can get him to make his picks every week, and he can have his own tab.
Yeah.
And tell Amanda, hey, you want your name on it? You got to make your own picks.
All right, I got the Atlanta Falcons going to New Orleans Saints. I'm going to go with the Saints. Jeremy.
That was a lineman touchdown. I just realized that. Sorry, I looked up and saw, wait, that's 63 catching the ball.
Oh. He declared himself eligible, I hope.
Huh?
I hope he declared himself eligible.
Well, it was called a touchdown, so I assume so. I'm going to take the Saints.
Smitty.
With whatever quarterback they have playing this week.
Yep.
Who dat going to beat them Saints?
So you're going to go with the Saints, too?
Oh, yeah. All the way to the playoffs.
The Atlanta Falcons, the New Orleans Saints.
The Saints.
Saints. Jerry, who did Mo go with?
Saints.
Saints.
Saints as well.
Nate, are you going with the Falcons just so that way you're different? He's looking. He's like, I want to, but I don't
already
want
said
to.
Saints.
No, he didn't pick one.
That was Brody. My
that was
Falcons
Brody.
is their star wide receiver decide he's going to take some weeks off for mental health.
Well, and then you also got the fact that the Saints, I mean, Jameis Winston isn't a great quarterback, but they're starting maybe Taysom Hill.
Or maybe the guy who got them the win last week against the Bucks.
I'll take the Saints.
Come on, Phil Rivers may be back. Who knows?
All
Well
right,
played,
Jeremy.
Jeremy.
The Buffalo.
I said, well played. You convinced me.
So, Jeremy, you got the Buffalo Bills going to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I think I'm going to take the team off the bye.
Team off the bye? Jacksonville Jaguars?
No, the Bills.
The Bills.
Jacksonville lost last week.
Smitty, who you going to go
the
with?
The bye was they played Miami. That was the joke.
That was the first bye.
Maybe they were just bi-curious.
Or Buffalo. Buffalo Bill rubs lotion on his skin. I know what I'm thinking. It's going to Buffalo. I don't know where I was pausing.
You're too busy talking about bye. And
Nate, who did Brody go with?
Bills.
Bills. Jerry, who did Mo go with?
Bills.
Bills. Nate, who you going with? The Bills. And I am also going with the Bills. Smitty, you get the first pick. The Cleveland Browns are going to the Cincinnati Bengals.
That's so hard right now. God, it really sucks, and I hate it. I'm going with the Bengals.
That's what she said.
Going with the what?
Bengals.
Bengals.
Cleveland Bengals.
Cleveland Bengals.
Yeah, I'm going with Bengals.
Nate, who did Amanda go with? Or Brody?
Brody picked the Bengals.
Bengals. Jeremy, who did Mo go with?
Taylor for a long touchdown run. Oh, Bengals.
Yup. Holy crap.
Why is Taylor on my team in this league instead of the other league?
That had to be close to 50-plus yards. I'm not exactly sure where the ball was prior to that.
Least.
That was a long run.
Who's got Taylor in our league?
I don't know, but I'm going
probably Mo.
Probably. Nate, who are you going to go with?
Cleveland.
Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
This one's tougher. Who did Jerry want to go with?
The implication, which is AKA Matt, has Taylor, and he's got 53.5 points, projected 62.19.
Oh,
On his
geez.
bench, right?
No, he's starting.
Oh, smart kid. I'm gonna go with the Bengals, I think. Yeah. Jeremy, who you gonna go with?
I believe I said on the bet I'm going with the Bengals.
Yeah, but that's 2.5 points, so go with the Bengals.
Which means they're winning by a field goal. They're minus 2.5.
Right. Oh, they could win. They could lose by 1 point, and we could still win.
No. Minus 2.5.
Oh, they have to win. They have to win by.
They have to win by 3.
It's very weird.
I forgot that.
I've watched YouTube.
We just went over this. I know.
I can't see anybody else speaking when they talk.
All right, next.
These guys just can't understand gambling.
Next.
That's
Nate,
why we have
who did Brody go with between the New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers?
He picked the Patriots.
He picked the Patriots.
Or did Amanda?
No, that was him. He goes. He sent me a text and he goes, "Man, I made your picks."
Jeremy, who did Mo go with?
Patriots.
Patriots. Nate, who did you go with? Or are you going with?
Anyone yet?
You know, I'll take the Patriots on that.
Mac Jones is showing a lot of growth over these couple of weeks, and right now the Carolina Panthers they're saying that neither the receiver nor the quarterback will be back this week, so I am also going to go with the Patriots.
What about the running back, McCaffrey?
Yeah, McCaffrey. Sorry, not the receiver.
He comes back on the 10th week, right? 10th week this time, week 9. So, okay.
Yeah. Jerry, who you going to go with?
You know, This is a hard one because they did trade Stephon Gilmore there, so he's going to be ramped up to play, and he could make a few key plays. But
now, would you have Gilmore be that one difference maker on your team of mediocrity?
No, but that's not a team of mediocrity because that's actually a halfway decent Carolina team. It's just their quarterback is garbage. He had a few good weeks, and then he turned back into who he really is. But I'm going to take the Patriots. They're kind of on a little – they figured things out. I mean, the fact they went into Los Angeles and actually won.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to watch the game, which pisses me off the most. I was kind of watching the first half, and then once before the second half really started, we were off trick-or-treating.
Yeah, I got to watch it at a party, so I was happy about that.
So I was listening to it while we were trick-or-treating, but, I mean, it was intermittent, kept bumping in and out, because it's not local either, so it's like it was a pain to try and listen to.
And your pick is who?
The Patriots, I said.
Oh, what, 20 minutes ago?
Yes.
Yeah.
In between is talking. Smitty,
I'm just giving you time.
who you going to go
appreciate
with?
that. So you're okay with Patriots who flew all the way to California, come back and do a couple of days practice in New England, then go all the way down to Carolina.
Carolina's not that far. Carolina. We can make it there in what, Jerry, did you say 16 hours?
After
14 probably.
They're flying, but after coming back from California, and doing their damnedest. And because of all that traveling, I still believe in the Patriots to win that game.
All right. So next,
I bet 3 years ago, Smitty would, when Brady was still the Patriots, Smitty would say no, Patriots lose the Patriots. No matter what, Patriots lose the week.
We did our picks 3 years, well, not 3 years ago, but back when we were together in wherever it was in Knox. I don't remember if I ever picked the Patriots back then.
You see, so I am right. Back at that time, you would have picked against them any day of the week.
So Jeremy, who did Mo go between the Denver Broncos and the Dallas Cowboys?
Cowboys.
Cowboys. Okay, Nate, who you gonna go with?
I almost want this to be my upset pick.
We saw a stout Dallas Cowboys with a backup QB do pretty well.
Yeah,
but I think they're gonna have Dax playing though.
Yeah, but the Broncos,
Yeah, I think Denver just lost their biggest defensive player.
They did, but I just feel like the Broncos, they have something there and they have the potential.
Well, is Bridgewater playing this week?
Yes.
I think so.
It is, yeah.
As of right now.
I feel like this is going to actually be a very close game, but I'm still going to go with Mike McCarthy and the Dallas Cowboys.
Ugh. You're right. This is a tough game, but I don't think Dallas at home, I don't think Denver has enough to beat them, so I'm going to go with Dallas. If it was in Denver, I would probably go with Denver. Jerry, who are you going to go with?
I'm going with them boys.
Them boys. Smitty.
Them boys by 10.
Them boys by 10? Really?
Yeah.
Gonna put money on that?
No.
Nate, who did Amanda go with?
You just threw around like, yeah, they went Brody. No, they went the Cowboys.
They went with Brody and the Cowboys?
Yes.
All right. Now we're back to you picking first.
Oh.
Nate, you have the Minnesota Vikings at the Baltimore Ravens.
It's harder than it thinks. I thought.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm going to take the Vikings. Something about Kirk Cousins and the Vikings sound like they have potential to beat the Ravens.
Well, after them losing to the Dallas Cowboys last week, I think Minnesota's going to be back for vengeance, so I'm going to go with the Vikings this week.
All right, I changed my pick. I want the Ravens.
Nope. Jeremy, too late. My pick is in. Your pick is locked.
Well, then pick the Ravens.
No.
I already said it in the bets. I'm taking Baltimore -6. They're coming off a bye week. especially after losing. Or no, they're not the bye. They lost last. No, they had a bye last week, right?
They didn't play Sunday.
Yeah, they lost the previous week to.
Yes, last week they had a Baltimore Ravens bye and the Las Vegas Raiders bye. Yeah. And
the previous week they lost to the
Bengals. Yes.
Devastating loss.
Yes.
Yeah, so
they lost 41-17.
After the loss coming through a bye week, I mean, they're one of the few teams off a bye that are you don't bet against them. They're usually pretty solid off the bet. So I'm taking the Bengals.
All right. Hold on. So you're what?
The Ravens. I had to just look at his face. Go wait.
Oh, I get go with the. Hold on, that's not the right game. Smitty, who you going with?
No, I said the Ravens.
I'm going with the Vikings.
Going with the Vikings. Nate, who did Brody go with?
Ravens.
Mo. Jeremy. Ravens. All right, I get the first pick. This Houston Texans at Miami. How did I end up with this pick?
I got a coin here if you need me to flip it.
I already made our bet for this game.
Yeah, so you know what? I'm going to trust in Jeremy's bet of the money line and go with the Houston Texans. Jeremy, you going with the Houston Texans?
I'm taking the money line.
All right, Smitty, where are you going?
Dolphins by 2 touchdowns.
Amanda,
they're going to come alive. You're going to see them play well and win and crush them and then not win another game.
Nate, who did Brody go with for Amanda?
Dolphins.
I love your son.
Jeremy, who did Mo go with?
Dolphins.
Really?
I love your wife.
Nate, who you going to go with?
Bull.
This game's a tie?
This game's a tie all day.
If you call a tie and he gets it, I think he wins the whole year.
Yes, if he's calling a tie, put it as a tie. If he doesn't get a tie, he loses.
He wins the whole year.
I feel like this game is going to be a tie, but if I must pick one or the other.
Yes.
No, you could pick a tie.
Because ties don't count against you, wins or losses.
But a tie will count as a win for him.
I'm calling it is going to be a tie, but if I have to pick a team to win, it's the Dolphins.
I will put a nice little T here. And that way we know that it's you said it was going to be a tie.
The Dolphins don't know how to tie. They came so close many times before. They're like, here's the ball. Please score.
When in doubt, go with the home team is how I play it.
All right. So, Jeremy, you get the first pick for 405. The Los Angeles Chargers are going to the Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm taking the Chargers in a bounce-back game.
That was an easy pick 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
It was.
What about you, Smitty?
I'm going with the Chargers also.
Well, the weird part is Herbert's worst 2 games are against Belichick's defenses. It's like he can like figure out a game plan to stop Herbert, but yet most league can't. It's weird.
Yeah. So Nate, who did Brody go with?
Chargers.
Jeremy, who did Mo go with?
Chargers.
Nate, who you going with?
Taking too long.
Same.
So am I.
Clean sweep, first one, isn't it?
First one of this week. Smitty.
Yes.
The Green Bay Packers are going to Kansas City.
Fuck me.
Oh, no, we had a Bill.
This week. Saints were the Saints. Bills.
Oh, okay. I lied.
Pats.
I'm so happy. I'm
Packers Chiefs.
I know it's Packers versus Chiefs.
I know who I'm picking.
It's Packers without Rodgers.
Yeah.
When in doubt, pick the home team, like Nate said.
That's true. Everywhere the Packers go is their home, so don't count.
Packers don't have a home.
I'm going Packers.
Going with your girlfriend's team, the Packers.
I got to. They're just a better team. If they can't win without Rodgers, then they don't belong in the playoffs.
Nate, did your son pick your team or did he go somewhere else?
Surprisingly enough, he picked the Packers.
Really?
Yeah.
Journey, who did Mo go with?
Chiefs.
Chiefs. Nate, who you going with?
No, wait, no, stop. Nate has to make the last pick on this one.
No, he don't.
Yes, he does. He has to be the last one to pick on
All
this one.
right, I guess so.
Because he needs to. He has a personal.
He
thought
almost
behind
always
this.
goes with the Packers. It's very rare
Yes.
that he doesn't.
Yes, but if he picks against them, then that's going to sway your vote.
Chiefs at home,
You're a smart man, Jeremy.
Packers
I
away.
have Travis picks.
I ain't gonna go with the Chiefs. I think that without
What difference does it make?
it makes a huge difference because without
what
Aaron
difference
Rodgers,
does it
I
make
don't
if
think they
it's
can
your
win.
Opinion or not?
Oh,
We're each other's opinion all day long.
yeah, that's what we do. Jeremy,
That's
who
what
you gonna
Jeremy
go
does
with?
very good to everyone whenever he talks.
Yeah.
I don't. My opinions are made up as soon as I hear the game. I'm going with the Chiefs.
But you sway everyone else when you give new information.
It's
Nope,
not my
just
fault.
you.
You guys are a bunch of followers.
Nate, are you going with the team you
That's my
own or
point.
the team
So Nate
that's
could have
gonna
said
win?
something.
I am going with the Green Bay Packers. They have a very good run game. I think they can definitely beat the Chiefs with their run game. Their defense is actually holding up pretty well, and the blueprint has been set how to beat the Kansas City Chiefs offense. So even with Jordan Love, I feel like the Packers have a plausible chance to beat the Chiefs.
I mean, like I said, if you can't win without Aaron Rodgers, are you really a playoff team?
I mean, it's been proven that they can't win without Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, exactly.
I
They're
think
pretty
they have
good
a
at
solid
losing without
enough
him.
team. The only thing that really does suck is Robert Tonyan's out for the rest of the season. That's a solid tight end that would be of tremendous value to Love, but we still have Mercedes Lewis, who's more of a blocking tight end, but he still can be a safety net for that young quarterback.
All right, Nate. Brody gets the first pick between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers.
Come on. You know he picked the Cardinals.
I was going to say, did he pick the 49ers?
No, he picked the Cardinals.
Jeremy, who did Mo go with?
I didn't raise a dummy.
Arizona.
I
Arizona.
didn't kind of raise a dummy.
Nate, are you a dummy?
Oh, no, I'm picking the Cardinals.
Cardinals.
They lost last week. They're not losing this week.
Jeremy. Or are you sure that wasn't the beginning of the end of the season for them?
Well, my worry is Murray and what's his name both missed practice due to their injuries.
Yeah.
He did injure his ankle.
Yeah, Murray injured his ankle and Hopkins missed for a undisclosed injury.
Mm-hmm.
And as everyone saw on Thursday night, AJ Green, you touch him and he's going to stop doing what he should be doing. And
yeah,
that was the game. That was the game, wasn't it?
It was.
He got touched. He goes, "Where's my flag? Where's my flag?" He didn't play through.
AJ Green pretty much retired about 3/4 of the way through that play. He goes, "No, I'm done."
He got touched and he was looking for a flag instead of going through, waiting to play the game and then see the flag came out afterwards.
Yeah,
that cost him the game. That cost him.
Exactly. But they're in Division 2, so it should be a good game.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that was the 8:00 game.
I do too. I mean, if Henry was still healthy, the 8:00 game would have been fire. I'm going to take Arizona because I assume Murray's going to play even injured, and who knows what happens with Hopkins, but
so
There's no
Smitty.
Monday night.
still there. Huh?
There's no Monday night game. It's a Tuesday night game.
Oh, sorry, it's supposed to be a
No,
Monday.
it's a Monday night. Travis just can't figure out what.
I was like-
Wow.
It's
I was
a
like,
Monday
why
night
does it
game.
go-
I'll fix the date. Don't worry.
Okay, I was very confused.
So
Well, Sunday's the 8th, so all his dates are wrong.
no, Sunday is November 7th.
7th to 7th.
No,
Sunday's
Monday's
the 8th.
Monday's the
You
8th.
guys, why did you play along? We could have had Travis completely dump out and
I'm like, no, I don't put these dates in. I use that date. Never mind.
I just know it is because my solar panels are getting installed on Monday.
Oh, I didn't know you were getting
solar.
solar.
I am.
Who are you getting it through?
I don't fucking know.
All right, we'll talk about that after. Smitty,
Yes.
Cardinals or San Francisco?
Do I have to pick?
Yes.
Yes.
We're over 2 hours, so yes.
Where's the quarter?
Okay, I'm going to pick the. They playing the Cardinals? Play Arizona?
Cardinals playing San Francisco.
I'm going Arizona. I'm going Arizona.
Arizona across the board. All right. So next, Jeremy. Mo has the first pick. The Rams. Nate, where are you going?
Yep. Ram.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think Tennessee's gonna. I don't know how they're gonna do without Derrick Henry.
Jeremy, do you trust them to actually win the game without Derrick Henry or no?
I wish I knew if Julio Jones was gonna play.
He's not gonna be ready to play like he used to. He's not gonna be the old Julio Jones either. Not yet.
Yes,
he's not in football shape.
But with A.J. Brown in there, Julio Jones would have been an impact. You know, actually, no, it's the Rams with another top tier defensive guy because the Rams are spending all their draft picks to try to beat a 44-year-old quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
No, because they're not even going to play though against them in the playoffs. They're going to be knocked out before that. But anyways.
You're saying the Rams aren't going to make it that far?
So, Jeremy, you went with the Rams?
I'm out. Who? My turn?
I thought Jeremy, did you pick the Rams?
I said the Rams.
Okay. Smitty, now it's your turn.
Okay. I was picking the Rams whether King George was playing or not.
And Nate, who did Brody go with?
He also picked the Rams.
He also picked the Rams. All right, Nate, you get the first pick. The last one of this weekend, the Chicago Bears are going to Pittsburgh. This is going to be a crapshoot game on Monday.
Yeah.
No, it's Tuesday.
Well, the Bears screwed me over last week, so I'm going with the Steelers.
Steelers. This is an eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Jeremy.
What a shitty Monday night game the Steelers
That's
will win.
horrible. They need to swap Arizona and San Fran for this game.
Yeah. So you going with the Steelers, Jeremy?
Huh?
You're going to go with the Steelers before Nate interrupted you?
Yes, it's Steelers.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
Cleveland and Cincinnati would be a really good Monday night game.
Smitty. Who didn't go with?
Who's home?
Steelers.
Fudge.
That's heads. Bears or tails. Flip it.
I'm going with the Bears.
Going with the Bears.
Steelers didn't get against Cleveland, and you all didn't believe that was going to happen. And I'm going with Cleveland. I'm picking the worst team. So next week when Cleveland, Chicago plays, whoever they play, I'm going with the worst team there too.
Amanda, who did Brody go with, Nate?
Bromanda picked the Steelers.
I love it, Bromanda.
Can we change the name to Bromanda on the list?
Yeah, it sounds like a transgender's name.
Nate, Jeremy, who did Mo go with?
She went with the Bears.
She went with the Bears. All right, and then we have week 10.
You know, I feel like we should just make picks for Chris.
Well, we can do that later.
He hasn't made picks at all. So I think we go with the worst the most outlandish. Like go back.
So week 9.
Yeah.
Okay, so tonight he would have picked the Jets.
He definitely picked the Jets.
He's picking the Giants to beat the Raiders.
All right.
Make them all ties.
Giants.
He's picking Atlanta to upset the Saints.
He's taking the Falcons.
Yep. And then he's picking the Jaguars.
Now, this one right here, the Cincy and the Bengals.
It's going to be a vote.
I think he took the Bengals on this one. That's what.
He's going to take the away team.
He'll take the home.
No, hold on. Who's the Browns QB?
Baker Mayfield.
Who is the Bengals QB?
Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
He's going Burrow. I can guarantee you that.
I put the coin.
He's going Burrow.
Give him Burrow. We'll give him that one.
It's away team. The away team.
Yeah, he'll go with the Patriots for that one.
No, he's taking the Panthers.
He's taking Panthers for that.
Panthers.
Oh yeah, he's Panthers all day.
Yeah, he's Panthers fast.
Okay. Quickly.
He's gonna take the Broncos.
He's taking the Broncos.
All right.
He's taking the Vikings.
I was gonna say let's give him the Ravens.
Yeah, no, he would go with the Ravens on that one.
Let's give him the Ravens, and he's gonna take the Texans.
All right.
Yep. The
Those
then
are the
he's gonna take
Dolphins.
Chargers.
The Dolphins are supposed to lose that game.
No, Dolphins are favored to win.
Yeah.
He's
I think we're
gonna
gonna take
the Chargers.
No, let's give him the Eagles.
Too late.
Eagles
He's
over
already got the
Chargers.
Chargers.
Yeah, sure.
Eagles over the Chargers.
Yeah,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
give him the Eagles. Give him the Eagles.
He's gonna go with Green Bay.
Yeah, Nate's team.
No, he's
No, he's
Oh
gonna,
yeah,
he's gonna
he
get
usually.
Philly.
Oh no,
He's
Yeah,
taking Kansas City.
no.
Eagles, yeah.
Oh yeah, he would take Kansas
I'll
City.
flip it.
Yeah, I would say give him Kansas City.
All right, now we got
Whoever the
Arizona
away team
49ers.
is.
He'd take 49, or he'd probably take Arizona for that one.
He would take
Yeah,
Arizona for
Give
that
him the
one.
49ers.
And then Tennessee Rams. He would probably still go with Tennessee.
Tennessee. We'll go with Tennessee.
Tennessee.
We'll go with.
And then he would pick his Bears.
And he goes
Now, this is the hard one because it's his team versus his wife's team.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's going to go with the wife's team. He always does.
Yeah, so we're going to give him the Bears. Just give him the Bears.
Yeah.
No, Pittsburgh's his wife's team.
Yeah,
His team
he's
is
going to
the
go
Bears.
with his wife's team.
We're going with the worst team, right? That's what we're
All right, so I get the first pick. The Baltimore Ravens are going to Miami.
Hold on, wait, go back. I need to take a picture and say, hey, Chris, here's your picks.
Yeah,
All right,
actually,
quickly.
I'm going to take a picture too of nothing because I don't have it up.
I take a picture so that way I know what I got for this weekend.
All right,
'Cause
so
he doesn't send it out anymore.
I ain't going to go with the Baltimore Ravens. Jared, who you going to go with?
Hold on.
It's Ravens at Miami.
What?
Ravens.
We already picked Miami's game.
This is Thursday.
This is next
Oh,
Thursday.
Jesus.
Smitty, who you going to go with?
Well, Chris is taking the Dolphins.
The Dolphins.
You sure you want to pick the Dolphins, Smitty?
Well,
The
Chris is
Dolphins
picking
are
the
going
Dolphins.
undefeated. The Dolphins are going undefeated.
In the loss column for the rest of the season?
That's called defeated.
The Dolphins
they'll
are gonna win one more game, maybe two.
They're going to
So-
beat the Patriots again. Oh,
Chris,
that's right. What win do they have? They
Chris
beat
will go with the
Patriots.
Dolphins. All
Chris will
right.
take the Dolphins.
Hey, you want to know who already saw the picture I sent? Chris.
Nate, who did Brody go with?
Ravens.
Ravens. Jared, who did Mo go with?
Ravens. Chris says, okay, LOL.
Nate, who you going with?
I'm taking the Ravens.
You're going with the Ravens. All right. And that is that. I think that's where we call it a night, guys. We are well into 2 hours. So.
That's all, folks.
Bye, everybody.